What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? We just giving people enough time to get in here. I know y'all don't want to miss anything, so y'all go ahead and make sure y'all hit that like button. Go ahead and pull up your late night cap. We're gonna do this for about 2 hours. We got the testimony of the brother coming up. It's gonna be from the defense side this time. So we got a lot of entertainment from the defense side. We're gonna get real questions out. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Y'all just sit tight. Let's just give everybody a couple of more minutes to get in here, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So go ahead and roll your blunts, get your drink. Y'all hit that like button, hit the share button. Y'all know what time it is. Hit that share button. Get us in the algorithm. And I'll be right back. I'm putting a little something on my stomach, because I'm just trying to drink, y'all. This live is brought to y'all by Daddy Teach 'em. This live is brought to y'all by Daddy Teach 'em. Get you a shot glass. Get you a mug. Get you a water bottle. Get you a thermal. Daddy Teach 'em. Okay, I got you, knowledge power. I got you. Let me get in here and let me share this live. Y'all make sure y'all share the live. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Like I say, tonight's show is brought to you by no other than Data Teach 'em. Get you a shot glass. Earz to the street. Or Data Teach 'em. Let me pour up a shot. Hey, what you did with the bottle? Uh-oh, y'all. Beta moved the bottle. She didn't got her shot. She forgot to bring the bottle back. I see it. Never mind. No, she did. So let's get our night started with a little cap of Data Teach 'em. That this guy here, he about to learn a valuable lesson. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I just shared it. If you share it, if everybody share it, 20 people share it, we out there. Everybody knows, what's going on. Everybody want to watch it. They just having a hard time getting a notification when it ain't the drama. Salute to Evelyn Thompson. Salute to Love Lace. Salute to Miss J. Moose O'Brien. Salute to Knowledge Power. Teran. Salute to Biv Game Records. Joshua Hawkins. Third Eye TV. I see you, my guy. Salute, salute, salute. So we back at it. We back at it. We back at it. I just tried to hold up a little bit, man. I know everybody want to enjoy every single moment. So I just making sure y'all see everything, man. I still bought me a couple of shirts. So I'm rocking with the Earz to the Streets TV shirts, man. They real cool. The Data Teach 'em cups are real cool, y'all. We got the transforming cups and everything. So look in the description. You can check out the merchandise. It's very affordable. Much love to anybody that who found them something nice in the merch store. So let's get to the content. Let's get to the content. So y'all, we on the last video we heard the let me take my shot. Anyway, the last video, we heard the prosecution give the brother some questions. Now, this is the brother that got called over there. He seemed a little sweet. We all agree to that. We had all kind of names for him. He looked like he, auditioning for Death Row. He got the rainbow tape line. I think somebody said he was auditioning. Empire audition. What else we heard, man? We know his drive his mama car to go pull up on niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he one of them dudes. So yeah, he decided to pull up, him and his little buddies or whatever, to pull up on somebody, and he learned the hard way. This is one of those Data Teacher moments. But the first time the prosecutor, she was questioning him, they was being lightball with him. It seemed like they was kind of lining him up too, in my opinion. I think they're lining him up. But now we're gonna get the defense, and we already know she trying to line him up. So this should be very interesting, y'all. Oh, One Chain, yeah, he got on the, I don't know. Oh yeah, turtleneck. Somebody said he looked like a busted condom. Yeah, people were laughing at a dude in Florida in a turtleneck. Yeah. So let's see what else this fool gonna do. And like I said, we're gonna rock out for about 2 hours. So we're gonna catch his whole testimony. Let me see, how long is his testimony? Oh, his testimony is not 2 hours. It's about 6:52. Oh, it's about an hour. So we're gonna rock out about an hour and a half with my commentary and everything. So we're looking at about 2 hours. All right. So y'all get your popcorn ready. Let's go. Fair use for educational purposes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You, Chris Lowe, have known each other since middle school, right?
Yes.
You're like brothers?
Yes.
Very close, right?
Yes.
Same with Tyler Robinson, have known each other since middle school?
Yes.
And you would also consider him extremely close, like a brother to you?
Yes.
And Sebastian as well.
Salute, Dubs. Yeah, we back, my guy.
Isn't it true that you guys would basically do anything for one another?
To a certain extent, yes.
At the time of the shooting, you testified that you owned a 9mm Glock, is that correct?
Yes.
And you were familiar with firearms, were you not?
To an extent.
Well, you had a concealed weapons permit, didn't you?
Yes, I just recently got it.
I'm sorry?
I just recently acquired it.
Okay, so you did not have a concealed weapons permit at the time of the incident?
I did, but I didn't have it for long as well.
What did you have it for?
A few months.
Okay, and
Soon as
part
he
of that
get
was
his-
to get trained, right? In gun usage, is that correct? And how to handle a firearm?
Yes.
Okay. So you had some basic understanding of how to operate a
Soon as he got his gun, he was ready. He just thought he was the tough shit. And had that gun a whole year.
firearm, right?
Yes.
Okay. You were comfortable with a firearm, right?
Yes.
Owned a firearm,
Yes.
and in fact, you had purchased multiple firearms.
Yes.
And it was your habit to buy firearms and then quickly sell them, was it not?
Not a habit. I wouldn't say that, but I did do it twice. Yes.
Okay. One time was to Tyler Robinson, right?
Yes.
And that was the 9mm Taurus, right?
Yes.
And you purchased that and then sold it to him the very next day. Is that correct?
I believe so. Yes.
Why'd you sell it to him so quickly?
I didn't need it anymore.
What?
I didn't need it anymore.
So you only needed it for 24 hours?
Yes.
Okay, what changed that you then could buy a gun and then decide within 24 hours you no longer needed that gun and sell it to Tyler Robinson?
Once you realize how it handles, how it shoots, I realized I didn't like it.
Okay, so you went shooting with it the minute after you bought it, or shortly thereafter?
The gun range, yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
And then you said, "Hey, I don't want this, Tyler. I'll sell it to you."
Yes.
How much did you sell it to Tyler for?
I don't remember.
Did you sell it, or did you actually give it to him?
I don't remember.
You said you sold it. So which one was it?
That's
Which one was it? Did you sell it or did you give it to him? Are you supplying your game with guns, sir?
oh, you told me I put something.
Well, you agreed with me. Do you agree with anything that anybody tells you?
No, but you're telling me, so I'm
Why-
assuming that you know.
Did
You didn't
sell
ask. You
it?
told me. Yes.
How much did you sell it for?
I told you I do not remember.
Did you do a bill of sale?
I do not remember.
And if you did sell it to him, that your name would have been on it, right? And the price and the legal transaction, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Now, you said on direct examination that you're not a gun enthusiast. Remember that?
Yes.
But you certainly have familiarity with guns. We've established that.
Yes. To some extent.
Well, yes.
Yes.
You also had a different gun that you said at one point that you owned, a pea shield, and then you sold that one to a student up in Jacksonville. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what's the pea shield?
Another 9mm. Actually, I believe it's a 380. I'm not sure.
Okay, and when did you purchase that gun?
I don't remember the exact date.
What year, what month? Do you remember that?
No.
Was it before or after you bought and sold the Taurus?
It was before the Taurus.
And why did you sell that gun to the college student?
I didn't like that gun either.
So did you sell that one the very next day as well?
I don't believe so.
How much did you sell that gun for?
I don't remember.
Who'd you sell?
So he keep buying these guns and he just don't like them all of a sudden. He buying guns for other people. Sell them to other people. That's called and it's called like gun trafficking or something. He admitting that he buying guns, giving them to other people, or selling them to other people. I think there's a law against that.
Sold that gun to?
So, friend,
What's his name?
Landon.
Landon?
Yes.
Okay. Any other guns that you bought and sold?
Nope.
And you've been to the shooting range, right?
Yes.
And you've been to the shooting range with Chris Lowe and Tyler Robinson, haven't you not?
Not with Chris.
No?
No.
Okay. You sure about that?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
You've also been to...
Sound like she lining them up.
Yes.
And have you been to the gun show with Chris and Tyler?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. You sure about that?
Yes.
With Chris, right?
Yes.
So Chris had an interest in guns too, right?
I can't speak on his interests.
Well, he went with you to the gun show, right?
Yes, that is true.
All right, South Florida gun show.
Yes.
Did Chris buy a gun too there when he went with you?
No.
Did Tyler buy a gun when he went with you?
No.
On the occasion that the three of you went together, did you buy a gun?
Yeah.
Did I buy a gun?
You answered them questions mighty
I got my
funny
gun,
till it
yes.
come now.
9mm.
Did I buy a
Yes.
gun?
You may.
Now she got to bring that recall paper. You got to make these niggas recall. She going to get that recall material. Hey, boy, call her the recall queen. Hey, nigga, you recall?
Yes.
What is that?
Tyler's gun. Yes. Yes.
Love Lace. She got to recall it.
I believe so. A clip with more bullets than standard.
And why would somebody have an extended clip?
If the standard clip does not have enough bullets.
Do you know how many bullets that clip holds?
No, I'm unsure the exact amount.
Has this gun been modified in any other way besides having an extended clip?
No.
Okay. And this is the weapon that you sold to Tyler Robinson?
Yes.
Any, which one is it? Six?
6.
Any objection? Very well. Submitted without objections. Defendant's Exhibit 6.
Yeah, he shouldn't need no good lawyer in this case. These stupid motherfuckers.
And you've learned that that is in fact the gun that Tyler had with him on the night of the shooting. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's your testimony. You told the jury that on the night of the shooting, you did not bring your gun with you. Is that correct?
That is correct.
But it's your habit to carry your gun pretty much with you at all times, is it not?
No, it is not.
Tell me or tell the jury under what circumstances you carry your Glock with you.
I started carrying my Glock when I got my concealed license, and it depends on where I'm going, but anywhere, like, it just depends. I can't really give specific examples. I really don't have any specific examples to give you.
All right. Well, we know one place that you took your Glock was when you were subpoenaed to come to the courthouse for a deposition, right? You remember that?
Yes.
All right. So you received a subpoena, and you were summoned to come to the courthouse
Yes.
to give a deposition. In this case,
Yes.
there were lawyers present, court reporter. Remember that?
Yes.
And you felt the need to bring your Glock with you to that.
Hold up.
It was in-
What?
It was in my car.
Right, but you brought it.
Hold the fuck up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Nigga, you brought your gun to court? You bought your gun to court, but you want to tell these people that you didn't bring your gun for smoke? Hold on, y'all. I didn't hear this part, y'all. I didn't hear this part. Y'all, we finding out this part together, y'all. We finding out this part together, y'all. I didn't hear this. I was eating my food over here, y'all. I about choked on my damn fries. Boy, I know you ain't bring your gun to court. You what? Hold on. What? The what? The what did you did what now?
You
what?
big dummy. You big dummy. You big. I can't take it so far. I can't take it.
I started carrying my Glock when I got my concealed license, and it depends on where I'm going, but anywhere, like, it just depends. I can't really give specific examples. I really don't have any specific examples to give you.
All right. Well, we know one place that you took your Glock was when you were subpoenaed to come to the courthouse for a deposition, right? You remember that?
Yes.
He was subpoenaed for a deposition. What part of that do you need your gun for, sir? And if you're going to bring your gun, you leave it in the car. Bruh, you was subpoenaed for a deposition. Do you know what a deposition means? Like, come on, bruh. Talking about stupid. Boy. Wow. Wow. His Glock is his witness.
So you received a subpoena, and you were summoned to come to the courthouse
Yes.
to give a deposition. In this case,
Yes.
there were lawyers present, court reporter. Remember that?
Yes.
And you felt the need to bring your Glock with you to that deposition,
It wasn't inside the deposition. It was in my car.
right? But you brought it.
Yes.
Put it in your sister's car, right?
Yes.
And you. So that's an instance, right, where you believe.
Okay, he left it in his car. My bad, y'all. But you still bought it, bitch. You ain't going nowhere without that Glock. So you went for all that smoke, but you left your gun at home. Coincidentally, this day.
that it was necessary to carry your Glock. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you give us any other examples when you would take your Glock? Under what circumstances?
I really don't have any other examples to give you. This is after I was shot at. So now I really feel the need that I have to have my Glock.
Right. Before being shot at, can you tell us when you would take your Glock with you?
I really don't have any examples to give you.
Before you were shot at, how did you carry your Glock? Where'd you put it?
In my bag.
In your where?
My bag.
In your bag, like a backpack?
His purse. I know this nigga got a purse. This is a nigga running around with a Glock and a purse, man. These are the niggas out here. Y'all gotta watch out for these niggas with earrings and a purse. This nigga keeping a Glock in his purse, man. Stop it.
No, like a bag.
A bag across your chest?
Yes. Not my chest, but yes. Like,
I told y'all. God damn it. I didn't even know. Y'all, I ain't seen this yet. I haven't. You saw that. This nigga wear a purse. Hey, hold on. Let's go, man. This nigga wear a purse. I told y'all this nigga wear a purse.
to give you.
Before you were shot at, how did you carry your Glock? Where'd you put it?
In my bag.
In your where?
My bag.
In your bag, like a backpack?
No, like a bag.
A bag across your chest?
Yes. Not my chest, but yes. Like, yes.
Oh, purse wearing ass
No.
nigga.
What about Tyler? How would he carry his gun?
I'm not sure.
And at the time of the incident, do you know if Tyler had any other guns?
No.
I told y'all this nigga wearing a purse, boy. They got
Back in
something
April
for
of
you, boy, in
2021,
the
when this
chain
incident occurred,
gang.
You knew that Travis Rudolph had guns. Is that correct?
Yes.
You also knew that he had cameras at his home, right?
Yes.
And I just want to make sure I didn't misunderstand you when you were on direct
Salute,
with
Helima.
Zealous. When you went to Travis's house on that one occasion, he didn't give you a code to his security cameras, did he?
He did.
He gave you a code to the house alarm, did he not?
Yes, but all the security is connected.
Yeah, he got a
Okay, so you have
merce.
the ability then to,
He got a
put in the
merce.
code and turn on or off his cameras. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
To arm the security. I'm not sure if that turns off or on the cameras because I'm not familiar with
yeah, y'all. We just okay. So not only he a nigga that run around in Florida with a turtleneck on and a young ass necklace. I don't know what this necklace supposed to mean. A nigga with 2 earrings and a rainbow haircut. But we also know now he runs around with a gun inside of his merce. A man purse. He probably got a woman purse. Shit. This ain't no damn man. He probably got his sister purse. He probably one of them niggas that be trying on his sister heels and shit. Uno Mars.
with the system because I couldn't even tell you what system it is, but
Okay, so tell me exactly what you did.
I typed in the code and clicked arm.
Where do you type it into?
I'm not sure. It was like a tablet or of some sort. I'm not sure.
Like a computer, like an iPad?
I'm not sure.
You don't remember what you did?
I told you what I did. I typed the code in and click arm.
Okay, so was it like an alarm pad on the wall?
I'm
Or
not
was
sure.
it? You don't remember.
I'm not sure.
What? Hold on, bro. You're not sure. So you had to type in alarm code. You can't tell this lady if you typed it on the wall, on a tablet, or nothing. You're not sure all of a sudden. Hey, crooked head, boy, you going to jail, sir.
But it basically closed or secured the home. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it didn't allow you to manipulate cameras or anything, did it?
I'm not sure.
You wouldn't do that, right? You didn't manipulate any cameras.
No.
And on the night of the incident, you didn't turn any cameras away from the way.
Sure. Feel free to stand up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen, remembering and obeying.
Oh, so that's why he don't want to tell if he remembers anything about the alarm system, because then he would have to admit that he might know about manipulating the camera system. Yeah. Okay.
Paying for cardinal rules while you do it.
So you did nothing with security codes.
No. I never entered his home.
You never what?
Entered his home.
No, I'm not talking about the night of the incident.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the incident.
I'm sorry. The time that you were at his house and he gave you some code, that was to secure the home, correct?
Yes.
It had nothing to do with cameras or anything else, to
I'm not sure.
the best of your knowledge.
Yes.
Now, when you were home the night of the incident, you were at your apartment in Delray, is that correct?
Yes.
And that's Spring Harbor Apartments?
Yes.
That's on Linton and Congress?
Yes.
And who lived there with you at the time?
Me, my mom, and my sister, I believe.
What do you mean you believe? You don't know if your sister lived with you at the time of the incident?
She moved out, so I don't know if it was before or after at this point. It's been a long time since then.
Okay, so
So she could have lived there, yes, at that time, yes.
not sure.
Not really.
2-bedroom apartment, correct?
3 bedrooms.
And your mom and stepdad and yourself
Me and my sister, yes.
and possibly your sister.
My sister did live there.
At the time, she did live there.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. And you occupied one.
And he's still living with his mama to this day. To this day, he is still living with his damn mama. Hiding in school. Running around with guns. That got one of his homeboys killed.
One bedroom, your sister
I had another
occupied,
bedroom, yes.
and your parents or your mom and
Yes.
your
My
stepdad.
mom.
Not your stepdad?
My stepdad as well, yes.
And you did not have a car at the time, right?
No.
Probably still ain't got
Mom had a
one.
black Cadillac at the time.
I think it's like bluish black, yes.
And at the time of the incident on April 6th, your mom was not home. She was out of the country in Jamaica, right?
Yes.
What about your stepdad?
So his mom was out of town in Jamaica. He driving this lady car, getting this lady car shot up. Wow. I think his headline got shot off to be I think when old boy was shooting those rounds, I think one of them went straight across his headline, like pew, like a bullet went straight across his headline where it used to be, burnt off all that. But yeah, his mama in Jamaica and everything was salute cool eagle. His mama in Jamaica and everything, minding her business. He over here done took the woman car and then got the woman car Swiss cheese up. Man, stop it, boy. Imagine you being out of town, out on your vacation. You leave your little bitch ass son at the house with your keys. Tell him to stay out of your car. Just, move it if it needs to be moved or something. He take your car, him and his punk ass friends, go run up on somebody, get your car Swiss cheesed up. Now you got to end your trip, or you done spent a lot of money on your trip. Now you got to come home and spend more money because somebody done fucked up your nice car. Boy, I'm talking about kids, boy. These your grown kids. He 21, she 23. Man, y'all should be out on your own any damn way. You should have your own damn car. He was 23 at the time.
I don't know.
When you were home that evening at roughly 9:30, 10 o'clock, somewhere in that area, you received a phone call from your sister, right?
Text first and then a phone call. Yes.
All right. And the text, there's been some discussion about that. That was the text that said something along the lines of what? Tell the jury.
She just said that Travis had slammed her.
Okay. And you then received another text after that, right?
No. Then she called me and then she came home.
Okay. And then when she called you, she was crying. She was very upset. You remember that?
Yes.
She was so hysterical, so flustered that you really couldn't make out everything that she was telling you.
Yes.
So you guys actually spoke.
Yes.
And she told you again that Travis had slammed her to the ground and disrespected her, right?
Yes.
Now that he picked her up off her feet and slammed her down.
Yes.
And you were really concerned because she had recently had cosmetic surgery,
Yes.
right? You were worried about her.
Yes.
And then she texted you again, right? You and Tyler.
That was way after. Like she came home, I got out the shower, I got dressed, and then she texted me.
So
What kind of nigga go take a shower to go fight? What type of nigga your sister come home crying saying a nigga did something to her, and you're like, yeah, we about to go regulate on this nigga. Let me go take a shower. Hey, we about to go fight. Let me go take a shower first before I go fight this nigga. Oh, that's ass nigga. Oh man, bruh, this nigga went to go take a shower before he go to fight. Wow, before he go to regulate on the nigga. Hell nah, nigga. When I'm coming to fight like a man, nigga, I'm gonna be stank as possible, nigga. I'm gonna be sweaty. Yeah, nigga, you ain't gonna latch on to me. He probably put on cologne and lotion and shit. This nigga probably got in the mirror and, man, arched his eyebrows and, man.
well, the time that she texted you, go shoot up his shit or something along that line, that was after she was already home with you?
Yeah, that was after that. Yeah.
You sure? Why would she text you if she was home talking to you and then text you when you were in the house?
I'm not sure.
Right. Why would she text you if she already in the house? Boy, she just dulo twisted this nigga den, boy. I ain't see that one coming. She said his ass clean up. So she said, oh yeah, so your sister came home and y'all was at the house, right? Which y'all did. All right. Well then how you got this text about go shoot his shit up then? How she at the house, but she texting you go shoot his shit up? Bitch, y'all don't stay in no mansion. Y'all in a 3-bedroom house. She already set you up with that. How big is the house? Yeah, a 3-bedroom house? Oh, okay. Bitch, that's a hop, skip, and a walk. Ain't nobody got to text you from across the house.
Isn't it true that she texted you before she got home?
I'm not sure what time she texted me.
Okay, so let's do this. When she got
Uh-oh,
home,
time
you
to
were
recall.
Yes.
nobody else.
Yes.
Okay, you had already spoken on the phone.
Mhm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
And you had already received a text from her saying that he slammed her to the ground 2 times, picked her up off her feet and slammed her to the ground and had disrespected her, right?
Yes.
She was crying hysterical.
Yes.
All right, when she got home, what did you two do?
She told me and I told her I'm gonna go over there and speak to him. That was really pretty much it. I just told her that.
Okay, and in that circumstance, you did not take your Glock, right?
Yes.
You left that. Okay, why are you looking down every time there's questions about guns?
I'm not looking down.
Well, when Miss Ellis was questioning you,
Sustained.
so you're telling this jury that under this circumstance, after your sister tells you that she's been slammed to the ground, disrespected, basically beaten up, that in this circumstance you don't take your gun to go talk to the offender, right?
Yes.
So when you were at the apartment with Dominique, you saw a number of bruises. You testified to Miss Ellis. You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And you remember seeing bruises on her face, scratches on her face.
I'm not really sure of the exact location of the bruises and scratches. I just remember she had bruises and such.
Okay. And you remember them being on her legs?
I don't really recall the exact location.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
All right.
Uh-oh. We're about to do some recalling. Hey, ain't he just like his sister, though? Time to do some recalling. Oh, she doing the recalling, y'all. She's swiping through getting that recall right. Hold on. Look at his body movement, y'all.
Yes.
And you didn't call the police, did you?
No, I did not.
Why? If your sister had been beaten and battered, why didn't you call the police to report a battery against Mr. Rudolph?
Because I feel as if the situation was so personal. I feel like it's easier to make that decision when you don't personally know someone. But I feel like I could talk to him, so that's what I attempted to do.
You didn't want the police involved because she wasn't injured. She had nothing on her. Isn't that true?
No.
Okay, so if your sister comes home, you've already implied and suggested that you are her protector. She was beaten. You wanted to go talk to Travis, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're her protector. You're there to make sure she's okay. Why didn't you call the police, who would have made sure that this man would have been arrested for battery?
Overruled cross-examination. Go ahead.
Why didn't you call the police to make sure that this man was arrested for battery?
Because I felt like the situation was personal, and I knew him personally, so I felt like I could talk to him.
If the situation was so personal, why didn't you let your sister fight her own battle? Why did you have to go there?
Because that's my sister.
So?
I love her. Like, that's my sister.
So you went to go see somebody that your sister had an issue with.
Yes.
Okay? You've already testified that your sister is very emotional. Remember that?
Yes.
You also suggested that she embellishes. Remember that?
Embellishes.
She exaggerates.
I don't recall, but
I don't recall. Yeah, your sister exaggerate. You know that girl exaggerate. Yeah, she be coming out here talking about 1,000% and shit. Oh, I'm like totally so not lying. She the type of person to say something like, I'm totally not lying. Like you like, stop your lying, man. Yeah, hit that like button, man.
Okay. But you sort of said, yeah, she's emotional. Things can get out of control. You remember something along those lines?
she's emotional, yes.
Okay. So did it ever dawn on you that maybe she made this whole thing up?
No.
Of course not. Because she's your sister, right?
Exactly.
You just took whatever she said at face value, right?
And I went to ask him if that is true what happened. That's why I went there to talk to him.
Well, you also said that you tried calling his phone, right?
Yes.
Right? And why didn't you call his mother?
I don't have his mother's number.
Your sister has his mother's number. Why didn't you get it from her?
I didn't know she had his mother's number.
You could have called his sister, Tierney, right?
I don't have her number.
Your sister has the number.
I was unsure if she had it. I didn't know.
You're unsure that
You
these
ain't asked,
people who have been
motherfucker.
dating for a year and a half don't have one another's numbers?
I didn't know.
Why didn't you ask? Why didn't you say, hey, Dominique, you know what? Look, this, let's call Linda. Let's call Tierney. Let's try to talk this out that way. Why didn't you even think about that or do that?
Because this is not something I do all the time. So I'm at face value a novice at this point. Like, I don't know what I'm exactly supposed to do in every situation. It's easy to say what I should have done in hindsight, of course, because the situation already occurred. But in the moment, you can't tell what is the right decision.
But that would have been reasonable, right? It would
Yes, of course.
Call the police.
Yes.
It would have been reasonable to call her family members.
Yes.
Instead, you took matters into your own hand, right?
Yes.
You were going to go retaliate. You were going to go be a vigilante and take matters into your own hand, right?
No, I was going to go speak to him.
This
At
nigga ain't never did
midnight,
nothing in his
right?
motherfucking
It
life.
wasn't midnight yet, but it eventually became
When you
midnight.
got there, it was midnight, wasn't
Yes.
it? And why didn't you just go man to man and have a talk with him?
Cause he a
Right? You're the big
bitch.
protector. Why didn't you get in your car
Cause he a bitch ass nigga.
and go talk to him?
I'm not sure.
You've said she's your sister. You love her. You're her
Yes.
protector. You could have got in that car and drove to his house and had a chat, right?
Yes.
You didn't do that.
No.
Right. Because
Yes.
you weren't there to talk. That's what you want this jury to believe, but that's not the truth. You were there to shoot him because
No.
that's what you were instructed to do. Right?
No.
You think it's reasonable that you're telling this jury that you were going there to talk, yet you've just said you don't know why you didn't get in the car to go talk to him. You have to bring your friends to go talk, right?
Yes.
Why did you need 3 other grown men, one of whom we know definitively had a gun, the one you sold him? Why did you need to go there with your crew, with your posse, to talk?
I didn't need them.
But she pulling this nigga card. Why you need 3 other grown men, bitch ass nigga? But she trying him like a real bitch ass nigga. Look how she trying him, y'all.
You don't know why you didn't get in the car to go talk to him. You have to bring your friends to go talk, right?
Yes.
Why did you need 3 other grown men,
Salute, just
one of
being
whom
me.
we know definitively had a gun, the one you sold him?
Salute,
Why
man.
did you need to go
Yourself.
there with your crew, with your posse, to talk?
I didn't need them, but they came with me. Yes.
Because you wanted to make sure that he never stood a shot, that you guys were going to beat him, cause him great bodily harm, or kill him, just like your sister told you to do.
No.
You decide, rather than going to Mr. Rudolph's house to have this talk, as you put it, that you're going to go to one of your best friends, Mr. Robinson's house, right?
Yes.
So you planned this. You got in your vehicle, your mom's caddy, and you drove there, right?
I got in my vehicle and drove there. Yes.
What was your mom's vehicle, right?
Yes.
Right? And you got to Mr.
Yeah, you're
Robinson's
driving
house.
your
What time
mama
was it?
car, bitch.
I'm not sure on the exact time. Around 10ish, 11. I'm not sure.
All right. And when you arrived there, you said you didn't call Sebastian and Chris Lowe, did you, to tell them to meet you there?
No.
So Tyler Robinson called them to meet them there, right?
I'm not sure who called them.
Well, how did they get there?
I am not sure.
All right. So when you arrived there, somewhere between you're not sure of the time, but it was before midnight, right?
Yes.
Right. And you're all just sitting around. You didn't say, "Oh my God, Sebastian, what are you doing here?" You didn't say that, did you?
I'm not sure.
Oh
You
yeah,
didn't say, "Chris,
Tabia.
what are you doing here?"
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, Tabia. If you missed it, he been driving his mama car. He lived with his mama, driving it. His mama was in Jamaica, so he driving his mom car to go beef with a nigga. This nigga buying guns, but he won't buy himself a car. Buying guns won't buy an apartment. His sister buying a new ass, but won't buy herself an apartment. She was living with her mama too. This shit crazy, boy.
You didn't say, "God, by golly, I was home getting ready to do my homework and go to bed, and now I'm at Tyler's house, and all my best brothers are here." It never dawned on you to ask why, right?
I mean, I knew why, because they knew I was going over there, so they came to support me.
How did they know? You said you didn't call them,
I didn't,
and you didn't know that Tyler called them. So how did on earth did you know they were there?
because I seen them there.
Well, before when you got there, obviously.
Exactly. That's when I figured out that they were there.
But you never said to them, "Hey, what are you all doing here?"
No, because I knew what they were doing there.
So what were they doing there? What
They came to support me.
do you mean support you?
To support me. That's what I mean.
You mean to go over and have this talk with you to Mr. Rudolph, right?
Essentially, yes.
All right. So why did you need three other men to go with you to have a chat?
I didn't need them.
But you brought them with you, right?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't say to them, "Whoa, never mind, guys. You know, I want to do this man to man. You guys all stay here. I've got this. I'm only going there to talk," right?
Exactly. No, I didn't say that.
Why did your brothers ask you if you had your gun with you? You said that on direct examination with Miss Ellis. You said your brothers asked if you had your gun with you. Why did they ask?
And his ass was like, "Yeah, I got my piece on me. I could see him doing some lame. You know I got it on me. You know I got it on me."
See that?
Because they know I have a gun.
So you do carry your gun as a habit.
Not as a habit, but I do carry my gun, yes.
Okay. So you're there only to go to this man's house for a talk.
It's the only day you don't bring your gun. You bring your gun to court, but you don't bring your gun. Man, stop the cap.
And you're talking with your brothers, and somehow in that setting, in that context, they ask you if you have your gun with you, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you're telling the story you didn't.
I did not have my gun. Yes.
And isn't it true that while you were all at Tyler's house, sitting around talking, planning on going to Mr. Rudolph's house, that Sebastian kept urging Tyler Robinson to take his gun? Isn't that a fact?
I don't know if that's a fact.
Isn't it true you were all there together talking about what you were going to do and what you were going to do at Mr. Rudolph's house?
Acting the fool in
So
his
you were all in
mama
different
car.
rooms? You were all talking together?
We were in the living room.
All right, all of you together, right? Is that a yes?
Yes.
And you're telling this jury that you never heard Sebastian adamantly insisting
No, I did not.
that Tyler take his gun.
No, I did not.
Who's Tyrone?
His brother.
And Tyrone
Tyler's.
was there too, right?
Yes.
Okay. Was there anybody else there?
No.
Did you guys call anybody else to meet you?
No.
No? Did you guys FaceTime anybody else or text anybody else to meet you at Mr. Rudolph's house?
I don't believe so, no.
Well, what do you mean you don't believe so? Did you?
I don't remember.
It's so possible.
I don't know.
Who's AP? Do you know somebody by the name of AP?
No.
You know somebody by the name of Hack?
No.
No?
This nigga calling up everybody. He called up everybody he know to try to come over there to help him jump this man. Scary ass bitch ass nigga.
You sure?
I know I hacked Shaw. Jonathan.
Okay. Who's that?
Jonathan, my friend.
Okay. And tell me about Jonathan.
What would
Mr.
you-
Hackshaw.
What would you like to know?
How old is he?
23, I believe.
How do you know him?
We went to the same school.
Okay, and he's also a friend of Tyler Robinson's?
Not really. More
They
so. my
probably
friend.
listen to
More so
Young
your friend.
Thug.
Yes.
Right. Did you ask Hackshaw to go to Mr. Rudolph's house that night?
I don't remember.
So it's possible.
I don't remember.
So you don't remember. So it could be yes, it could be no.
I don't remember.
Why would you even tell somebody like Hack possibly to go to Mr. Rudolph's house that night?
What do you mean by someone like Hack?
Or anyone? Why you said you don't remember? So I'm implying, or I'm taking that as it's possible that you did. So I'm asking you, if you're going to go to somebody's house at midnight for a chat, why is it possible that you would have asked Hackshaw to maybe meet you there?
I don't know.
You have no idea why you would do that.
No.
You would agree that makes no sense, right?
Doesn't.
You know somebody by the name of Natalie?
Yes.
Who's that?
At this point, no one, but someone I was talking to at the time.
Somebody who?
That I was speaking with at the time.
Okay. Is it friend, girlfriend?
Friend?
Does Natalie also know Dominique?
No.
Does Natalie know Tyler?
No.
When your sister got to the apartment before you left for Tyler's house, you've already testified about a number of injuries that she's had to her face, her legs, scratches, bruises. You said she was pretty bad, beaten up. You never sought any medical help for her?
No.
You didn't take her to the hospital, obviously, right?
No.
Okay. And we already know that you didn't call 911 for help or anything, right?
Yes.
Right, so in that condition, you decided to leave her there alone.
But she don't sound too fucked up then. She don't sound too hurt. Sound like she all right.
And to go to Mr. Rudolph's house, right?
Yes.
Was there anybody else at Mr. Robinson's house other than the people we've just discussed?
No.
Why didn't Tyrone go with you guys?
I don't know.
You didn't ask him?
No.
When you left Tyler's house, you left in your mother's caddy, right?
Yes.
And Tyler was seated in the front seat next to you?
Yes.
And Chris Lowe was in the back?
Yes.
And Sebastian was in the back seat?
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember while you guys were driving, let me ask you this, how long did it take roughly to get to Mr. Rudolph's house?
Around 30 minutes. I'm not sure the exact time.
Okay. And you put his address in your GPS, is that correct?
I believe someone GPS, and I'm not sure who, but
It
yes.
may have been one of the other guys,
Yes.
but it was GPS.
Yes.
And you had been there on one prior occasion, right?
Yes.
You remember how to get there?
I did.
Okay, so then why'd you GPS it?
Just to double check.
Just to double check.
Yes.
So you knew where Mr. Rudolph lived. You had been to the house.
Yes.
There's no question about that, right?
Yes.
You know where this man stay at. You done been over there. Hey, boy, she
Can
be
you explain
lining
to
this
the
shit
jury,
up.
Please,
She about to put that heat on him in a minute.
Tyler Robinson, who was seated next to you, why, while you guys were driving to Mr. Rudolph's house,
What y'all was listening
that
to?
Mr. Robinson received a number of FaceTime calls from individuals?
I don't know.
You don't remember him receiving?
Hey, if I was her, if I was like her assistant or something, I would say, hey, ask that nigga what they was riding to. That would have told you they moved. He would have said, hey, you remember what y'all was riding to? Could you testify y'all was listening to Young Thug? I'd have found out what they was listening to. That would have showed they moved.
a FaceTime call while you guys were driving to Mr. Rudolph's house with him sitting right next to you in the passenger seat?
No.
Do you remember Mr. Robinson receiving any text messages from Hack while he was sitting next to you in the car as you're driving to Mr. Rudolph's house?
No.
You know why Tyler Robinson, who was seated next to you in the car, made an outgoing FaceTime call at 11:29 to somebody whose name I don't know?
No.
Can you explain to the jury what a FaceTime call is, how that works?
You FaceTime them. You click the FaceTime button and call them.
Okay, and just for people like me who aren't really tech savvy, you're basically not speaking into the phone. You press a button on the iPhone and then that person's face shows up and you put it in front of your face and you can actually see that person's
Yes.
person, right?
Yes.
And then you communicate with the phone being at some distance from you, right?
Yes.
Loud, right?
Yes.
You don't put it up to your ear.
Yes.
That'd be silly because the person's here. That's the whole purpose of having this face communication, right?
Yes.
And you're telling the jury that during this drive to Mr. Rudolph's house with Tyler Robinson next to you, you don't recall him receiving or making any outgoing FaceTime calls to any individuals, including Hack. Is that right?
Don't remember.
You don't what?
Remember. I do not remember.
So it's possible.
I don't remember.
You remember, motherfucker. You remember.
Can you tell this jury,
She gonna bring that recall
Why?
up in a minute.
if you know, Mr. Robinson, who's seated next to you during the drive, would have texted your friend Hack Mr. Rudolph's address about 20 minutes before the shooting, 550 Teak Drive. Why would your friend have done that?
I don't know.
Did you tell Tyler, who was seated right next to you, hey, call my friend Hackshaw, and tell him to meet us over at Mr. Rudolph's house? Did
No.
you tell him to do that?
No.
Yeah, the hell you
Yes.
did.
100%.
100% sure.
Then
Yes.
why did he do that?
I do not know.
But
can't
you
offer
didn't
any
see him
insight
do
to
that.
No.
Isn't it true that Hackshaw did in fact end up there?
I don't know.
So it's possible, right?
He wasn't there when we were there. No.
So another dude came, y'all. So you didn't see your homeboy FaceTiming while you was driving on the way. I give it to them. They at least not trying to snitch on each other.
Now, you, with respect to the one of the texts that there was some discussion about that you actually sent,
Yes.
the dead man walking.
Yes.
Tell the jurors what you meant by that.
Honestly.
Hey, she always get him with that, boy. Tell the jury what you meant by dead man walking. Just like shit like, yeah, tell them what that shit is. Tell them about that shit. Ooh, the shit. Yeah, tell the jury what that shit is. Yeah, tell them. No, she said, tell the jury what dead man walking. And he already started with lying. How do we know that he's about to start off with lying? Because he said that word, y'all. That key word.
Yes.
The dead man walking.
Yes.
Tell the
What's the
jurors
key
what
word, y'all?
you meant by that.
Honestly.
Oh, y'all.
I love it. You guys are so great.
Y'all. When we hear honestly, all the jury antennas come up. Tell the jury, look at this nigga. Look at him, y'all. Nigga, you ain't thinking about nothing that hard. He acting like he thinking about something so hard, y'all. What he thinking about right now, y'all? How much he gonna get passed? How much it's gonna cost for him to get passed around? Boy, you gonna be going for a whole honey bun. Yeah, when you get locked up, they gonna be selling you for 300 buns and a pack of chips. I ain't lying. Honestly.
To the one
You
of the
ain't- you ain't
texts
got
there
no
was some
beard.
discussion that you actually sent.
Yes.
The dead man walking.
Yes.
Tell the jurors what you meant by that.
Honestly, I was just hyperbole in a sense, and I just
Hold on. What's hyperbole? What does that mean?
What? Yeah, what the fuck is that? Hold on. What the fuck is a hyperbole? Nigga just made up a word. Hey, can somebody Google that? Can somebody Google that? This nigga said I was just saying hyperbole. Did this nigga go and Google some words before he come here? This nigga over here rubbing his imaginary chin here.
yes.
The dead man walking.
Yes.
Tell the jurors what you meant by that.
Honestly, I was just hyperbole in a sense, and I just
Hold on. What's hyperbole? What does that mean?
to exaggerate.
Okay. So you sent that as an exaggeration?
Yes.
So you didn't really mean to shoot him, but you meant to maybe do something else to him?
No, it just means that it doesn't mean exactly what it said. It's not. You don't take it literally.
Okay. So what did you mean by that?
I didn't mean nothing specifically.
You would agree that's an odd choice of words,
Yes.
especially after you've been ordered to go shoot up his shit?
Yes.
What is the shit?
You wrote that because that's exactly what you intended to do, right?
No.
You said you sent that to calm your sister down, to get her in quote unquote better headspace, right?
Yes.
Something along those lines.
Along those lines. Yes.
But for no other reason.
No.
Yet, after you sent that text, within a very short period of time, you're at Mr. Robinson's house with your friends who just mysteriously show up, and they ask you, do you have your gun? Right?
Yes.
And you find out that Tyler Robinson does in fact take his gun with him.
No. I found it out after the fact.
Right. Well, you claim that there was no discussion at the house regarding a gun, and that you didn't hear Sebastian insist that Tyler take it. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you never saw a gun on Tyler, who was seated right next to you in the car.
No.
When you got to Mr. Rudolph's house, let me ask you this. Were you aware before you left for Mr. Rudolph's house that your sister had smashed Travis's cell phone?
No.
Broken it? No? Okay. So when you were calling him at the apartment with your sister there, and he didn't pick up or respond to text, she never told you that she smashed or broke his phone?
No.
She never offered to give you any other phone numbers, the house phone, for example, that's in his house, right?
No.
Or his family members' phone numbers.
She wasn't home when I was calling him, but no.
Did your sister tell you prior to going over there to have a talk that she hit him over the head with a trophy?
No.
Did your sister tell you before you went
Nah,
over
she didn't
there
tell him about that.
to have this chat that she smashed his PlayStation?
No.
Nah, she didn't tell him about
A
that.
tequila bottle and hit him over the head?
No.
Did she tell you
Nah,
that
she didn't
called
tell him
Tierney,
about that.
his sister, and threatened to have him killed?
No.
Did she tell you that she called his mother, Linda, and made threats to her as well?
No.
You didn't know any of that.
No.
If you had known any of that, would that have changed what you did?
I'm unsure.
It's possible.
I don't know.
You were still going to go protect your sister no matter what, right or wrong, right?
I don't know.
You had blinders on. You didn't care about the circumstances. It just took her saying, he slammed me to the ground, picked me off my feet, slammed me down, disrespected me. You go take care of him. That's all it took.
I just wanted to figure out what would happen. So yes, I essentially went over there to talk.
Right. And we know that you decided not to do it on your own, and you decided not to cool off and wait till the following morning, right?
Yes.
You could have gotten in your car the next day, drove over to his house, had a chat, right?
Yes.
You guys were pretty close. We've seen some text messages that are in evidence. You had
Yes.
a good relationship, right?
Yes. That's why I didn't think that he would shoot me.
It could have also made you think this is so out of character. Let me go over there the next day and talk to him, right?
Yes, because essentially the action of him putting his hands on my sister was out of character. So that led to everything that happened next.
Right. But again, there was absolutely nothing preventing you from doing it on your own or the following morning, right?
No.
Boy.
that there were cameras outside of the house at Mr. Rudolph's. Is that correct?
I knew he had cameras. I wasn't sure on the exact positions of all the cameras.
Not the position, but you were aware there were cameras outside, right?
That's what I'm saying. Outside would be a position of the camera. I wasn't sure on the exact positions. I just knew that he had cameras.
Okay, so you're telling the jury you did not know that he had cameras outside?
I knew he had cameras at his house, but I wasn't sure on the
You know
exact.
where they
Oh man, he walking right into her trap because remember in her opening statement she was like they hiding their guns because he knows he has cameras. So right now she's proving her point. This nigga done did a lot of fidgeting ever since she done started. He wasn't doing all this fidgeting when the other person was, questioning him and his sister with body language when it come to line. Boy, these motherfuckers are horrible.
they were located or what they could capture?
I just didn't know where they were located.
You didn't see cameras when you got to his door?
I don't remember looking to identify cameras.
Isn't it true that you knew there were cameras?
I knew he had cameras, yes.
Right, and that's why you guys didn't have your gun out when you got to the door. You told everybody, hey, he's got cameras there. Keep your guns in your pockets. Isn't that true?
No.
No?
That's the reason I wouldn't bring a gun to his house, because I know he has cameras. I wouldn't bring a gun.
Well, you had your hands up underneath your hoodie. Remember that?
Yes.
You testified that you put your hoodie up when you're mad, right?
Yes.
You weren't fiddling with your gun underneath your hoodie. You didn't have it in your waistband.
No, I was touching my stomach.
When you got to Mr. Rudolph's house, you did some interesting things. You have testified that you know where he lived.
Yes.
So there was nothing preventing you from pulling up into his driveway or parking alongside the house, right?
Yes.
But instead, you decide that you're going to park several blocks away on Redwood, which is not near Mr. Rudolph's house.
Yes.
And isn't it true that the reason you did that was because you knew he had guns, you knew he had cameras, you did not want to give him an opportunity to prepare himself for your attack, so you parked far away so that you guys could sneak up on him?
No.
So why on earth would you park your vehicle the first time several blocks away from his house when there was nothing preventing you from parking at his house?
Honestly, I just...
Oh shit, there you go again. We know when our antennas need to raise. Here get a lie. Get ready for it.
You guys could sneak up on him.
No.
So why on earth would you park your vehicle the first time several blocks away from his house when there was nothing preventing you from parking at his house?
Honestly, if I'm being transparent, I didn't really want to give off any sort of aggression towards him. And again, this is not something I do often. So in this instance, you know that it looks wrong to do that. But at the time, it's like I don't go talk to people. I don't know that it's gonna look like this. In hindsight, after the fact, we don't get shot at. This doesn't happen. It doesn't look wrong. So in this instance, I didn't know at that point in time that it would even come to this. So
You parked far away at night so that you could sneak up on him, and that's exactly why you parked the car that far away.
no.
You parked, you all got out of the vehicle, you put your cell phone in the trunk, correct?
Yes.
And you did that because you knew there was going to be a brawl or a shootout, and
No.
you didn't want your phone to get damaged, right?
No.
Why would you leave your cell phone in the trunk?
Honestly,
Yeah,
at this point,
There we go. Hey, he got trained by his sister, man. Man, boy. Honestly,
You did that because you knew there was going to be a brawl or a shootout, and
No.
you didn't want your phone to get damaged, right?
no.
Why would you leave your cell phone in the trunk?
Honestly,
Yeah,
at this point, in my head, worst case scenario, maybe a fight, but I don't know.
So you have no real good answer other than there may be a fight, so my cell phone could get damaged, and I don't know.
Yes.
And then you get back in your car and you move the car up a little bit further,
Yes.
but still a pretty good distance from Mr. Rudolph's house, and that's where you ultimately leave your car, right?
Yes.
And you testified on direct examination that you pulled it up to quote unquote shorten your walk. You remember that?
Yes.
Well, if you wanted to shorten your walk, why didn't you pull up right near his driveway?
Same answer before. I really didn't want to give off any of the signs of aggression or anything like that.
Because that's what was in your mind. You were going there with aggression in your mind.
No.
That's why you didn't do it.
No, ma'am.
bullshit.
Parked, ultimately, several blocks from the house. You all walked up to the door, right?
Yes.
Okay. And we've seen the ring video. You watched it.
Yes.
Described it.
Yes.
Do you need to recall? Do we need to get you some recalling?
I'm going to show you what's marked down.
Or she gonna bring her recall.
Hello. Do you recognize this? Okay.
Yes.
Let me see how to best do this. Can you see this from over here, Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
We got you on video, Mr.
Can you
Jones.
tell us who this is in the hoodie?
That's me,
Who's this person right here?
Travis's brother.
Travis's brother?
Yes,
And who's this person in the back?
Sebastian.
Okay.
Got you on video. On image. We got you on image. You about to recall the fuck
Sure.
out your
Ladies
ass,
and gentlemen, can you
boy.
all see this, or do you need to have it closer? I see a thumbs up. Anybody having trouble seeing it? Apparently not. Okay, sure. You are what? Oh, all right. So you want to identify them then? Okay. So what are they? Okay. Defense Exhibit 1 is admitted without objection. Yes, ma'am. That is a blown up image of something. Okay. All right. A portion of the video, a still from the video blown up. Got it.
Can you see this, Mr. Jones?
Yes,
Okay.
It too is a blow up from the
Yes,
video?
it is, Your
The
Honor.
Ring camera video?
Yes, sir.
Got it. Thank you.
Hold on, please. Can you tell us who this is, please?
Chris.
Chris Lowe?
Yes,
Who is this?
me,
And who is this back here?
Tyler,
And who is this?
Sebastian.
And can you tell me what Tyler is wearing?
Can't see.
Why don't you step down? Maybe we can
Like
step
you
down?
can't really see Tyler.
Of course you can, but use the pointer.
Oh,
so you
bitch,
don't-
that nigga, come closer if you need
There
to.
you go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, bitch,
Does he
you
have
know who
clothes
that
on?
is. Who
He
that
does not have a
is?
shirt on.
He does
Who
or does
that
not?
He does not have a shirt on.
Why don't you step down, please?
Yeah, step your bitch ass up here, nigga. Stop trying to act like
Lola.
you.
He
Nigga,
does
you
have a
ain't
shirt on?
blind. You trying to get up there and squinch his eyes. You know who the fuck that. You know where everybody at. Stop playing.
Admitted as defense 3, which is also a clip from the video, the ring video that was taken at the front porch. Who is this?
Chris,
And this?
Sebastian,
And who is this?
me.
Okay. May the witness step down, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am. Watch your step, Mr. Jones.
You have any trouble with your vision? Okay. Can you see this okay? You want to step over here a little bit? You sure? Can
And
you
thank-
tell the jurors what this item is in Chris Lowe's right front pocket? His phone. You're 100% sure. Okay, how do you know that? So he had his phone and you saw him, or he told you that he's putting it in his right front pocket? He told you that. I think we're having trouble.
Well, then maybe you need to move that over there, and then that way you can use the microphone. One of them 3 microphones on the.
So
podium.
you saying that's a phone, bitch? All right,
Or wait a minute, maybe we got it better.
boy. Keeping it real gonna have you somebody girlfriend.
New Deputy Levitsky.
And right here, you said this is Sebastian, correct?
Yes,
And there is a very large, what appears to be a fairly large item in his right front pocket that has a pointy front. Do you see that? Tip. See that pointy tip?
I'm not sure, but you're telling me, so yes.
No, I don't want you to disagree with me. But tell me, does that tip on that item appear to be pointy to you? Or am I imagining that?
It's really subjective. I'm not sure.
How would you characterize the tip of that item?
It looks like it's something in his pocket. I'm not really sure.
Would you represent to the jury that that tip of that item is square and flush, or does it appear to be a tip?
It looks like a corner.
Okay. With respect to the item in Chris Lowe's front right pocket,
Yes,
okay, there also appears to be a bit of a tip, but less of a tip, and a long line or edge on the right. Do you see that?
yes,
Just wait there for a moment.
of course.
Oh, just wait there, right there. Oh shit.
Showing you what's been admitted to evidence as defense number 5, which is also a clip from the Ring video.
So it's another still image, and they're
Yes.
1 through 5?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all 3, 1 through 5 are admitted without objection. They're all stills from the Ring camera video. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
And can you tell the jury who this is?
Tyler.
Okay. And is Tyler wearing the same shirt that he had on moments before?
Nope.
Do you know why Tyler took his shirt off?
No.
You remember testifying on direct examination that Tyler left his shirt in the trunk of the vehicle?
I said I wasn't sure.
Okay, you can have a seat. You're sure? You see it right there. He took his shirt off.
I knew he took his shirt off, but I wasn't sure where he put it.
Is that to ready himself for a fight?
I don't know.
You would agree, though, that that's what it appears to be.
No, I would just agree that he took his shirt off.
Why was it that you had Sebastian bang on the door?
I didn't have him bang on the door. He just knocked on the door.
Hey, but y'all gotta remember, they been trying to be strategic about who put their phones in that truck. See, he claiming he put his phone in the trunk, but he reaching in his sweater. So he's claiming he holding his stomach, but bitch, you know you holding that pistol. Cause you say you put your phone in the trunk. He say Sebastian the only one had the phone. Sebastian and Chris. So if the other guy, what's his name? Start with the T. If the other guy, you see something pointing in his pocket, nigga, it ain't no phone because you say you and him put your phone in the truck. I mean in the trunk. So whatever you holding in your jacket ain't no damn phone, and whatever he had in his pocket ain't no damn phone. And he got caught with the gun. Well, they found the gun in his path.
Okay, that's again subjective. But why didn't you? You were there to have the talk. Why didn't you go man to man and knock on the door? Why'd you have your buddies do it?
I didn't have him do it. We didn't make a decision on who's
It's
knocking on the
funny.
door.
That's
He just
why
knocked
I'm
on the door.
smiling.
You would agree this is your beef. You're there to go talk to this man who
Tyrone.
disrespected your sister, and you didn't just go up and knock on the door. You had somebody else, or somebody else made the decision to go on there and forcibly bang on that door, right?
He knocked on the door, yes.
You didn't break Travis's windshield that night, right? On his vehicle?
I didn't know his windshield was broken.
That's what you did. Did you break
No.
or smash his windshield?
No,
Did you see Tyler Robinson break or smash his windshield?
no,
Did you see Sebastian break and smash his windshield?
no,
Did you see Chris Lowe do that?
no,
Do you have any idea how that happened?
no.
You're aware that his windshield was smashed, right?
Currently, yes.
And you can't tell us how that happened.
No,
Did your sister do it?
I don't know.
Did your sister go back to Mr. Rudolph's house after you guys made a plan to go there?
No,
You sure about that?
that's not something she would do.
I'm asking you, not whether she would or would not. I'm asking if she did.
If he knows, overruled, you know.
I don't know.
Okay, well, there's been some text messages that have been admitted into evidence. You discussed them with Miss Ellis.
Yes,
There's a text message that from Dominique, your sister, at 11:44, which was roughly 14 minutes or so before the shooting or before you went to the front door. And she wrote to you, "Where are you all at?" You remember that? Or where are you all out?
yes.
Why would your sister, minutes before a shooting, ask you where you are all at if she wasn't there waiting for you guys?
She asked where we're at because we didn't answer her, I guess. I don't know. We didn't call her or anything. I'm not sure.
You're speculating. You don't really know, right?
I don't.
You would agree. This sounds like she's there waiting and she's saying, "Where are you all?"
No, it sounds like she's asking us where we're at.
You told her you're going to Tyler's. You told her you're going to have a talk with this man. So why would she say, "Where are you all at?"
Because the last thing she heard from us was we're on our way. She doesn't know exactly where we're at, so she's asking us where are we.
You told us and you told your sister.
Yes.
You were going to have a talk with this man at midnight.
Yes.
Oh.
So why on earth would she care where you're at?
Because she doesn't know exactly where we're at. She knows we were on our way to, but that was the last communication we had. Of course, she's gonna ask us where are we.
Oh, yo. They think she might have been like right around the corner. Y'all think she was on the scene? She might have been on the scene. Okay, I got to do some more research, but we gonna find out. We gonna find out.
Eventually.
Okay. But then in that same exhibit that's been admitted into evidence, Dominique, your sister, sent a text. Well, let me backtrack. There was a text between
Oh, y'all
you,
think she was in the
Sebastian,
car?
Tyler, and Dominique. It was a group text. And so was that last one, that one where you all at, that your sister texted you guys. That was a group text that she sent to you, Sebastian, Tyler. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So she knew you were all together.
Yes.
And you then wrote back, or was it you? I don't know if that, I believe it was Tyler. We're on our way. Is that correct?
We wrote that back to what?
You just said something about, you said you're on your way. You remember that?
Yes.
And then Dominique sent another text
I don't think she
at
was in the car. 'Cause They
12:33.
could have
So
got
this would have
her.
been after the shooting
They could have got her
with a
location.
question mark. And then another text to the same group at
They could have just got her location, like her tower location. So if she was in the car, they probably could have just, when she turned in her phone, they probably could have got her location at that time too. But I don't know. I'm like I'm saying, we listened to it at the same time, so we'll see.
12:58, a few minutes before 1 o'clock in the morning, so roughly an hour after the shooting, with one simple word, call, right?
Yes.
Why would your sister be following your every movement and keeping track if you just went over to go talk to him?
Because she knows my intentions, but she's not aware of Travis's intentions.
She's tracking you.
Exactly.
She wants to know what you're doing because she knows you're going over there with a gun, and she's so angry at this guy. She wants him dead because that's what she told you to do.
No.
She's tracking you to see if that's what was done.
No.
Sebastian, prior to this incident, was not friends with Mr. Rudolph. Is that correct?
No.
Chris Lowe wasn't friends with Mr. Rudolph, right?
No.
Tyler wasn't friends with Mr. Rudolph.
No.
They didn't have a relationship, right?
Not really a direct relationship.
He don't know
but
none of these niggas.
No.
They didn't hang out with one another.
I mean, they met him before. They were there when we went to
Man, he don't know none of these niggas you done brought over here, homeboy. The fuck wrong with you?
the gun show. So
But other than that, they didn't really know each other like that, right?
no.
When you all parked the car before you went up to Mr. Rudolph's door, were the four of you together as a group?
Yes.
And you walked together up the walk or up the block as a group?
Yes.
And when you approached the house, you were together as a group?
Yes.
Can you explain to the jury who FaceTimed Tyler at 11:58, 2 minutes before you got to the house?
I don't know.
You were all together. You didn't see Tyler making or getting a FaceTime call?
No.
Can you explain to the jury why at 12:04 Tyler was FaceTimed again from somebody?
I don't know.
You have no idea. You didn't see that.
No, I don't remember that.
But you were all together.
Yes.
And again, a FaceTime call is where somebody's speaking to a phone like this, right? Not up to your ear.
You can put it up to your ear. I'm not sure how he answered the phone.
Man, cut the cap, boy. Look
When was
at
Tyler
him,
getting
y'all. Look at
FaceTime
him.
calls.
I don't know.
Hold on. When he didn't have his phone, you said it was in the trunk.
I don't know.
You can't tell the jury?
I didn't know he got FaceTime calls until just now.
Okay. And you testified it was in the trunk, right?
Yes.
You can't. No explanation.
No, I have no explanation to that.
Got him. Hold up.
Calls until
What'd she say? Get him. Let's go back on that one, y'all.
To a phone like this, right? Not up together.
Yeah.
Again from somebody?
I don't know.
You have no idea. You didn't see that.
No, I don't remember that.
But you were all together.
Yes.
And again, a FaceTime call is where somebody's speaking to a phone like this, right? Not up to your ear.
You can put it up to your ear. I'm not sure how he answered the phone.
How was Tyler getting FaceTime calls?
I don't know.
Hold on. When he didn't have his phone, you said it was in the trunk.
I don't know.
You can't tell the jury?
I didn't know he got FaceTime calls until just now.
Okay. And you testified it was in the trunk, right?
Yes.
You can't. No explanation.
No, I have no explanation to that.
Wow. Phone's supposed to be in the trunk.
When Sebastian banged on the door, almost immediately, DJ, his brother, came out, right?
Yes.
And DJ was pretty calm and polite.
Yes.
And you demanded that you wanted to speak to Travis, right?
Yes.
And Travis came out.
Yes.
And when Travis came out, he did not have a gun, right?
Yes.
Yes, he did not have a gun.
Yes.
Okay. And when he stepped out of the house, isn't it a fact that Tyler, the guy who took off his shirt ready for a fight, sucker punched him in the side of the head?
No.
Isn't that a fact that you guys immediately attacked him, never giving him a chance to do anything?
No.
That's not true?
No.
But you don't know why Tyler took off his shirt?
No.
You can't really offer an explanation why you left your expensive iPhone in the trunk of your car, other than it's possible the fight was going to start, right?
Correct.
Exactly what happened. A fight broke out, a brawl.
Correct.
So much so that a neighbor across the street was concerned and put a clip in his gun.
Hey, rephrase, please.
Are you aware
No, I'm not.
that a neighbor was so concerned by what was happening that he himself went and got his gun?
No, I'm not.
Would that surprise you?
Yes.
That
You
would
guys
surprise you?
attacked this man the minute he walked out of the house. After Tyler punched him in the side of the head, all four of you jumped on him. Isn't that true?
No.
Isn't it a fact that Tyler cornered him after he stepped away out of the camera's view and pulled his gun on Mr. Rudolph?
No.
How would you know if you were over here fighting with DJ?
I wasn't fighting DJ.
Okay, so who are you fighting?
Travis.
So you were the only one fighting Travis?
I told you at the beginning of the fight, that's when I got slammed by Travis.
Okay. And then you've also testified that at some point all of you were fighting,
Oh
right?
man, at the
Yes.
beginning of
All
the
right.
fight.
So if you're all fighting, How I'm trying to save your life.
At the beginning of the fight, he the first nigga got bammed out. Soon as the fight started, he was that nigga.
Yo, what up, what up? It's Wigmate 912. I got him on video. This is to the streets. Y'all know what time it is.
You niggas ain't never really got your ass whooped. I can say I have. But I did get spotted. I did get powerballed by niggas way bigger than me.
What niggas frontin' like they really want beef? When they know they want peace, they talk to baby's ass is sweeter than some bear meat. I feel like Elmo way these pussy niggas tickle me. They see me in the street and beat their feet like a track meet. Yeah, nigga, I double dog dare nigga to fly wrong. Got the mic, watch me Rick Flair that nigga. I ain't claim no beat.
Yeah, you know he the first nigga get his ass bammed the fuck out.
Life. How is it that you can see what other guys are doing or not doing?
Because I'm there.
Yeah, you're not watching them the whole time in the heat of the moment.
I'm watching Travis.
Right. You're not watching Tyler.
But if he were to pull a gun out on Travis, I would see that.
So you're only focused. This guy's beating you up to death, and you're now going, okay, I'm not going to look at my aggressor. I'm going to go look at Tyler and see if he's pointing a gun or doing anything. That's what you want the jury to believe?
All right. Approach, please. Feel free to stand up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
So are you telling the jury that while Travis is beating you up, that you're focused on Tyler and watching his actions?
I'm saying that if a gun were to have been pointed at Travis' head, I would have seen it.
Well, you would agree that it wasn't just you and Mr. Rudolph the whole time that were fighting. That
Yes. But I never had any altercation with his brother. It was mostly just me and Travis. Like the main altercation I had was with Travis.
but not the whole time.
The whole time.
There were other times where there were other groups that had broken off and people were fighting. You're telling the jury that the whole time you were only fighting one individual? And
Me personally, yes, I never fought DJ. I never fought his brother.
so again, while you were fighting with Mr. Rudolph, is your testimony that you had the wherewithal then to focus on what another one of your brothers was doing?
If a gun were to have been pointed at his head, I would have seen it, yes.
Wasn't it a fact that's exactly what happened? That he took out his gun and he pointed it at Mr. Rudolph's head?
No.
You would agree, though, that there was a time where Tyler was off to the side near a palm tree and was fighting Mr. Rudolph. Do you remember that?
I'm not sure.
And you certainly remember when now that Mr. Rudolph ran into his house to get his gun, right?
Yes.
And isn't it a fact that the only reason he did that was because Mr. Robinson had pointed a gun to his head?
No.
Okay. Mr. Rudolph came back out. You saw the video.
Yes.
With his gun in his hand.
Yes.
He tripped and fell, right?
Yes.
And at that point,
Where was
you
you?
testified that you heard somebody say, you got this, right?
Yes.
And you testified that was Tyler Robinson who said that.
Yes.
Okay? So Mr. Rudolph was close enough. Well, do you know if Mr. Rudolph was close enough to Mr. Robinson when he said those words, you got this, you got this?
In the video, you can see the distance between them.
Okay. Do you know why Mr. Robinson said that?
So he
You got this, you got this?
because he had a gun in his hand.
So what does you got this mean? If you know.
That just means stop.
That what?
Stop.
Okay. For Mr. Rudolph to stop, or that Tyler Robinson meaning you got this, basically I surrender and I'm leaving. How did you interpret that?
For Travis Rudolph to stop.
What?
For Travis Rudolph to stop.
And Mr. Rudolph did in fact not shoot anybody, right, at that point?
See, he had the gun, but he brought out a bigger gun, and he really wasn't about that life. He thought that he could just pull out a gun and the dude was gonna be scared.
No, he ran after us.
No. At that point, my question is, did he shoot his gun at you?
I said no, he ran after us.
And did he shoot?
When he got to us, yes.
At the point where he came out with his gun and Tyler Robinson said, you got this. At that exact moment, did Mr. Rudolph shoot his gun?
No.
You.
No.
Did he shoot his gun at Tyler?
At that moment?
At that moment?
No.
Did he shoot his gun at Chris?
No, we were in different positions. The only person who was, Sebastian and Tyler were more close to him. Me and Chris were on our way to the car at that time.
And the reason you ran to your car was because at that point you saw him that he had a gun, right?
No.
You were the first one to run down Redwood?
Yes.
And your intent to run?
Were you the first person to run? Yes. You was the first person to pull up and the first person to run. Y'all see how she exposing this bitch ass nigga? He was the first person to bring all these niggas, and he was the first nigga to run. Listen, y'all.
Tyler.
At that moment?
At that moment?
No.
Did he shoot his gun at Chris?
No, we were in different positions. The only person who was,
Because when he seen that dude got up and ran in that house, he knew he had a gun, but he heard about that AR-15, and now he was hollering, "Hey y'all, it's time to go! It's time to go!" And he was running. He the first nigga to the car. Hey, get in the car, Herbie, get to the car. Them other niggas, they still trying to jump his brother. One of them got in the car. I mean, one of them, the other two supposed to be getting in the car, but shit, one of them still trying to act tough.
Sebastian and Tyler were more close to him. Me and Chris were on our way to the car at that time.
And the reason you ran to your car was because at that point you saw him that he had a gun, right?
No.
You were the first one to run down Redwood?
Yes.
And it was your intent to run back to your vehicle, right?
Yes, we believe. Yes.
You would agree that the other men, your brothers, they were still in the vicinity.
Chris was closer, but yes.
But they were not at the vehicle.
Chris was at the vehicle.
And you would agree, or would you not, that DJ was on Redwood being beaten by one of your brothers?
I don't know.
It's possible.
I don't know.
Did you see DJ being beaten by Sebastian?
No, I didn't see that.
Do you remember, because you said Chris Lowe was closest to you, that Chris actually turned away back from the vehicle and started running back down Redwood so that he could help Sebastian beat up DJ?
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
Testified that at one point he was close to you, right? You were in
Yes.
the vehicle first, right?
Yes.
And you never, when you got into your vehicle so that you would have been facing the very direction that Sebastian and DJ were fighting, you're telling this jury that you didn't see them fighting and didn't see Chris Lowe run back up.
No.
You never saw Chris sucker punch
No.
DJ in the head?
No.
You didn't see two men on one?
No.
Do you remember seeing Travis coming down the street, running to help his brother at that point?
No.
You didn't see that when you were sitting in your vehicle facing in that direction?
No.
You didn't see a fight that was roughly 20 to 30 feet from the point of the front of your vehicle?
No.
But at some
Boy,
point,
you
it's your
lied.
testimony that all of the other men ran to the car and jumped into the vehicle, right?
Yes.
And Sebastian was in the front seat,
Yes.
passenger seat,
Yes.
and Chris Lowe was in the back.
Yes.
And we know that you believed Tyler Robinson made it into the vehicle, but you now know or knew
He did. He made it into the vehicle. He just got out.
you don't know if he fell out or jumped out, right?
He told me he jumped out. So
But you didn't see it with your own eyes.
no.
You don't know personally.
So how does somebody get in the vehicle but jump out? He must be already pulling off on their ass. Either he must have got to that car so fast, boy. This nigga was leaving niggas, boy. Boy, he knew that nigga that had that went and got that chopstick. And he knew he was coming down the road. Y'all over there still jumping his brother. You seen him go run in the house. You had to pull the gun on him and you ain't shoot. Ah, hell nah. Boy, they found themselves like that Juvenile song. If you had a second line, if you partner got a gun, you better run for it. Run for it. Run. If you see your enemy and your partner ain't got no gun, you better run for it. Run for it. Run. Boy, those boys had to run for it. Run. Oh, shit. Boy, they went and bit off a little bit more than they could chew. Boy, that boy went and got that chopstick. You better run for it. Run for it. Run. Boy, that boy went and got in that car, cranked up that caddy. He leaving his homeboys, one of his homeboys following all out the car and shit. That nigga hitting the gas, boy. His homeboy, he say, I seen all the doors open. I thought everybody got in and I hit the gas. One nigga fell out. Hey, one nigga fell out. He about left. Hey, that hey, one nigga that fell out the car. Boy, you had a second line in your body and your enemy got a gun, you better run for it. Run for it. Run. Oh, shit.
Whether he jumped out or fell out of the vehicle.
No.
He
And
fell
isn't
out.
it a fact that Mr. Rudolph did not start shooting until all of you were in the vehicle, or Mr. Robinson partially in the vehicle, but the other three of you inside the vehicle?
I'm not sure.
Say one nigga partially in the vehicle, boy. That nigga was trying to get out of there, boy. Hey, boy, that nigga seen that. Boy, you got niggas falling all out the vehicle. Nah, nigga. Y'all came for all the smoke. Nah, nigga. You should have left that man alone. That nigga came out like Scarface. You wanna play rough? Honey, you little cockroaches. You wanna play rough? Well, them niggas falling all out the car. Oh, shit. God damn, boy.
Well, did he shoot? Let me ask you this. When you were running to your vehicle, did he shoot at you?
No.
When Chris Lowe was running back to the vehicle, was he shooting?
No.
When Tyler Robinson was running to the vehicle, was he shooting?
No.
When Sebastian was running to the vehicle, was he shooting?
No.
So he didn't begin shooting until you guys were inside the car.
I don't think Tyler fully got in, but I don't know.
Right.
Hey, Tyler. Hey, nigga, they like, skirt, nigga, Tyler Belly holding on to the door. Tyler. Hey, this nigga that got all his homeboys to come. This nigga that got his homeboys to come along. He trying to tear out so fast. He got his homeboy dragging at the door, trying to get in. Like, God damn, my nigga. You about to leave? He about to leave his homeboy, my nigga. He trying to get the fuck out of there so fast. I ain't lying. That nigga scared. Hey, man, let me get in. I ain't in yet, bro. I ain't in. Hey, he trying to get out of there. Heard that chopstick. Boy, he heard that chopstick. He heard that chopstick. Wow, boy.
I believe so, yes.
And the reason he started shooting at that point, when he was roughly 20 to 30 feet away from the front of your mother's car, was that Sebastian had his gun and pointed it through the windshield, ready to shoot and kill him, right?
No.
No, that's not what happened?
No.
Isn't it a fact that Tyler Robinson, who was sort of hanging in the doorframe in the rear, pointed his gun at Mr. Rudolph and DJ, and that's why he fired his gun?
No.
How do you know? You couldn't see behind you.
You're right, but I can see next to me.
In that moment, you're being shot at.
You said I wasn't being shot yet.
Oh, yeah, bitch. You ain't look at nothing, nigga. You was pedal to the metal. You don't even know if your homeboy in the car yet, nigga, so you can't be looking back. He want us to believe that he can see what's going on behind him, but you don't even know if your homeboy all the way in the car or not, my nigga. Come on, bro. You trying to tear out of that bit, boy. As soon as you seen that nigga start running to the car, running into that house, nigga, you went and ran down out of that car and got the fuck up out of there. But your homeboys, they didn't know when to chill. They still want to jump on that man brother, and that man wasn't playing no game when y'all seen that, when your other homeboy seen that chopstick, and his ass over there talking about, oh, you got it, you got it, you got it. Then them niggas still down there jumping his brother? Okay. Okay. Y'all niggas came to play. You gonna come to play, you better play for keeps, playing like that.
When you were in the vehicle, in that moment, you're all running. We saw the clip. We saw the video. Split second. You testified. You sped out of there. It's your testimony now that you're focusing on and can see fully what Sebastian's doing.
Yes.
So you can see what Sebastian is doing in that moment, in that heat, when your adrenaline's running. Yet you're telling this jury when you're moseying down to Mr. Rudolph's house, you don't see the same person, different person sitting in that exact same seat, getting FaceTime calls throughout the night, right?
There's things that grab your attention.
Right.
So a gun in my face would most certainly grab my attention. An everyday phone call, I wouldn't really focus on, especially after getting shot.
Nah, not a gun, nigga. That chopstick, nigga. That AR-15 with them monkey nuts. Yeah, that got y'all niggas' attention. That got you to go jump back in that motherfucking Cadillac. Yeah. That got you, that, you know what that did? That'll teach them. This is a moment sponsored by That'll Teach Them. Get you a That'll Teach Them shot glass. Or That'll Teach Them. Because a moment like that will teach them.
Shot at. Something as minute as who called him really becomes unimportant.
Unless it's somebody that you've recruited to come there and help, right? Like Hacksaw.
No.
So Tyler Robinson fell from the car, or jumped from the car, we don't really know, but you know it now, he's not in the vehicle, right?
Yes.
And you later learned that he was hit,
Yes.
and he basically had some graze wounds, right? He was released from the hospital the next day.
He had a hole in his hip.
He was released from the hospital the next day, was he not?
He had a hole in his hip, though.
But my question is not where his injury was or what it was. My question is, was he released from the hospital the next day?
I'm not sure.
Boy, nobody cared that boy had a hole in his hip. That boy gonna remember this man right here coming over there playing. You done got one of your homeboys killed and the other homeboy got a hole in his hip and your bitch ass still walking around here with a crink in your neck, and you gonna be somebody bitch. Your sister gonna be somebody goddamn. She gonna be goddamn somebody. She gonna get her ass whooped all through the chain gang. Y'all just done fucked up all type of people life.
I'm not sure.
When you were being shot at, you ducked down,
Yes.
and Chris Lowe ducked down.
I'm not sure if he ducked, but yes.
You couldn't see him, right? Because he was in the back.
Yes.
Guess what?
He said not sure, but yes.
Yes, he was in the back seat.
Just like Tyler Robinson was
Yes.
back. You couldn't see what he was doing either, right?
He definitely didn't put a gun past me, though. I can tell you that.
So you can see what one person in the
Precisely.
back was not doing, but you can see what the other person in the back is doing.
I would know because one thing is happening in front of me and one thing is happening behind me.
Tyler's out of the car. He runs,
Yes.
and you later learn that he ditched his gun from the police, right?
Yes.
He basically tried to conceal evidence. That's what that means, right?
No.
You're aware that the police located a gun later that evening or that morning, right?
Yes.
And
So pretty much while that man was letting them rounds off, he trying to get out of there. He pulling off. His man's done fell out the car, then got shot. He got to start running. He ain't bust off nan fucking shot. Because he done seen how that damn AR spit out. And I used to have one of them things. They're a beautiful thing. And yeah. You'll forget that you even got a gun in your hand. Them boys forgot. Hey, they done had these guns all this time and they done forgot what the fuck to do with them when these goddamn guns start getting shot at them. They didn't realize just because you got a gun, that don't mean you can't get shot still. Yeah. I think a lot of people don't realize that. Just because you got a gun on you, you still can get shot. You still can get shot. I'm just saying. Guns are not bulletproof vests.
after you realize that Tyler was no longer in the car, you look over at Sebastian and realize that he shot, right?
I knew that instantly, yes.
So Sebastian didn't duck, right?
I don't know.
And the reason he was shot was because he was sitting upright pointing a gun, right?
No.
The reason you weren't shot was because you ducked.
I don't know where he was shot at, so I cannot speak if that's why he got shot.
The reason Chris Lowe wasn't shot was because he ducked too, right?
I'm not sure.
And the reason Tyler got shot was because he was upright just like Sebastian, pointing a gun as well, right?
No.
When you left that scene, you drove south, right?
I'm not sure in which direction that is, but I drove.
And rather than immediately getting on the phone, you had Chris's phone, you said, right? Whose phone?
Yes, Chris's phone.
You could have called 911, right?
Yes.
And you didn't.
Yes, because that would take too long for paramedics to get there. I wanted to get him to the hospital as soon as possible.
Hospital you never made it to, right?
Yes.
So rather than calling for help, 911, got somebody shot, get an ambulance here, right? You didn't do that.
That would have took longer than me just directly taking him to the hospital.
You don't know that. You're assuming that.
No, I would know that.
Okay. So you're in the car roughly 5 miles, right?
Yes.
Going down US 1.
Yes. Well, I don't know what road, but yes.
And you have in your GPS the hospital, right?
Yes.
St. Mary's Hospital.
I'm not sure which hospital it was.
And you're driving roughly 5 miles south. And do you even know what direction you're driving in?
No.
You're just trying to find the hospital.
Just trying to follow the GPS, yes.
Okay. And on that road, US 1, that then turns into Broadway, there are 2 huge hospital signs.
It's subjective, but
That's subjective.
huge,
What?
yes.
What is it? You're familiar with typical hospital signs, right?
Yes.
They're rather large, right?
Did he say that's subjective? No, motherfucker, it's 2 large hospitals right there. Why you ain't get to none one of them?
Couldn't say.
How large do you think they are?
I'm not sure.
Well, tell the truth.
I am unsure of the size of a hospital sign.
How would you characterize a hospital sign? Do you
Same
know
as-
what it looks like?
It's a sign with an H on it.
Okay. And they're pretty prominent. That's why they have them, so that people can see them and know where the hospital location is, right?
I believe so, yes.
And you passed 2 of those large signs, and then you passed the hospital, right?
I'm unaware of that.
Well, the hospital was 5 miles back from 40th and 4 or 5 blocks back from 40th and Broadway. Are you aware of that?
So how did I pass it?
You have to tell me. Tell
No,
me.
are you telling me I drove past it? So it was on either one of my left or right sides, and I just didn't see it.
I don't know. You had the GPS on. It was.
But you just told me I drove past it.
It was on 45th, St. Mary's. You went.
That's not. I didn't drive past it. I took a right when I got out.
When you landed in the automobile, the abandoned shop.
Yes,
You
precisely.
could have made a right heading west to go to St. Mary's, and you didn't on 45th. You passed the
didn't.
hospital.
How could I pass it if it's not directly on my left or right side? You're saying I passed it like
Playing with words.
I'm not playing words. You're telling me I passed it when it wasn't on my left or my right side.
Okay, let's
If I can't see it, how did I pass it?
All right, wait for the next question.
Boy. Y'all see the similarities? Do y'all see the similarities, y'all? He just like the sister.
Of course.
You end up in an abandoned shop.
Yes.
Dark, right?
Yes.
Still didn't call 911.
No,
No. When you first arrived there, you did not call 911.
I called 911 as soon as we got there.
As soon as you got there.
Yes.
Were you inside the car or outside the car when you?
I'm not sure.
You remember seeing Officer Panagua, first officer that was in the vicinity, who came up to you guys, pulled up?
The one I flagged down?
Well, did you flag him down? Let me ask it that way.
Yes, you can hear it in the 911 call.
Well, you're assuming that that's Officer Panagua.
Because you're telling me that I spoke with him, so that's the only officer I remember speaking with.
There were multiple officers there. You're assuming that the person on that.
Sustained.
You're assuming, are you not, that the officer on that 911 call is Officer Panagua? You don't
No.
know that.
I'm telling you that the only officer I interacted with was the first officer I seen and flagged down during the call.
So it's your testimony that you flagged down Officer Panagua.
I don't know who Officer Panagua is.
And when the did you flag you so your testimony is that you while you were on the phone with 911 you did flag down a officer but you
Yes.
don't know who it is,
Yes, precisely.
and you were outside of the vehicle or inside the vehicle?
I'm not sure. I had to be outside because I was like, hey, right here. I'm not sure.
And where was Chris at the time?
I'm not sure.
And after you made the 911 call, what did you do?
What do you mean by that?
Well, what did you do? I mean, the police arrived and
I was on the phone the whole time.
and then eventually you got off the phone, right?
Yes, and then they were there. That's when I'm talking to them now.
How many police officers were there at that point?
I'm not sure.
Was it just one or was it multiple vehicles?
I'm not sure.
You don't know.
I do not remember.
That boy don't
And
remember
you were
that.
on scene there for several hours, were you not?
I believe so. I'm not really sure on the time frame.
Well, you eventually went to the hospital, right?
Yes.
And do you remember what time that was?
No.
Do you remember while you were at 40th and Broadway that you gave a statement to Detective Vanderlyn?
Yes.
And that was a sworn statement under oath?
Yes.
And you never told Detective Vanderlyn that anybody had a gun that night, right?
Correct.
Is it your testimony you didn't know that Tyler had a gun, right?
Correct.
You didn't tell Detective Vanderlyn that your sister sent you a text message to go shoot up Travis's shit, right?
No.
Okay. You didn't tell Detective Vanderlyn that you sent a text message back to Tyler and your sister saying that Travis is a dead man walking, right?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you tell the lead detective in the homicide case?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Because there's a lot of stuff that you just happen to leave out. There's a lot of stuff that just they just happen to leave out, y'all.
That you went there after you received a text to go shoot it up and you said this man's a dead man walking. Why wouldn't you tell the detective that?
Honestly, I forgot that even happened at that point. My only focus was Sebastian.
Okay.
Still, like that's still all that's in my head is Sebastian.
You spoke to her
Yes.
a couple hours after you and Chris were on scene.
I'm not sure on the exact time.
Were you and Chris talking about things that happened that night before you were interviewed?
No.
You had opportunity to.
But why would we want to talk about just getting shot at? A traumatic experience. Why would we want to speak? I still don't want to speak about it.
Were you present when Mr. Lowe gave his interview?
They separated us.
Were you present? Did you see that happen?
I couldn't hear him. But yes, we were in the same area when we both gave interviews, yes.
Okay. Your interview, do you remember how long it was?
No.
Remember how long the police spoke with Mr. Lowe?
No.
But at some point they released you, correct?
Yes. Eventually.
And then the two of you took an Uber?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
Chris's house
Why'd you go to Chris's house?
to get his car.
Okay. And did you in fact get his car?
Yes.
Did you ever find out how Mr. Lowe got to Tyler's house that evening, if his car was back at his own house?
No.
Okay. So would that suggest that somebody picked him up? Do you know? Did you ever find out how he got there?
I don't know.
And after you got into his car, you went to St. Mary's Hospital, correct?
Yes.
But before you arrived at the hospital, isn't it a fact that your sister and you guys had FaceTimed?
I don't remember.
Do you remember that the four of you,
Don't
you,
make her bring out
Dominique,
that recall.
Chris, and
She'll bring
Tyler,
that
while in
recall
Tyler's
out.
hospital room had
No,
all
we didn't.
talked. You were
No,
on
we didn't.
FaceTime.
Tyler was in surgery. How could we possibly FaceTime?
You were in what?
Tyler was in surgery. How could he possibly FaceTime?
So at no point did any of you FaceTime before Tyler was spoken to by the police. Is that your testimony?
Literally, no.
And you don't remember calling your sister and telling her what had happened that night?
I never did.
Okay, maybe I misunderstood, but I thought on direct examination you said that you had spoken to your sister.
Yes, I had spoken to my sister and just telling her we got shot. I didn't explain to her in any detail of what happened.
You did speak with your sister.
Yes.
And that was by FaceTime?
No, I think it was a phone call. It was on Chris's phone. I don't remember.
But it's possible it was FaceTime? You don't recall?
I think it was a phone call.
You're not 100% sure. right?
Boy,
I
you
think
know
it
it
was
was
a
a
phone call.
Were you present
FaceTime.
when your
Boy,
sister
stop
gave
all
her
that lying
sworn
and
statement
capping.
to Detective Ema?
No, I don't even know who Detective Ema is.
Were you present?
Boy, this boy here, boy, he quick on the draw though, but I mean, come on, bro. You know these folks got all these you know they got everything on record. They asking you questions, letting them lie, so they can hit them with all kind of perjury. But that boy gonna have like 100 counts of perjury.
When your sister gave a statement to any law enforcement officer?
No,
Do you know where your sister gave that statement?
no,
But you were not with her.
no.
Um, how did, after you, well, how did you leave the hospital? Was it just you and Chris, or was it you, Chris, and Dominique?
Just me and Chris.
How did Dominique get to the hospital? Do you know?
I don't know.
But she did, in fact, show up, right?
Yes,
And how did Dominique get home? Do you know?
I don't know.
Where'd you go after?
To Chris's house.
Why didn't you go back to your home?
I don't know.
So you went back to Chris's house,
Yes,
and again, you didn't have enough concern about your sister who had been beaten to go back to your own home to help your sister, right?
Sebastian had just got shot.
Okay.
Tyler had just got shot.
Man, ain't nobody asked all that. We all know about all that. Him and his sister good at changing the narrative and trying to, start talking and just trying to take a little sympathy route out.
So instead, you go to your friend's house and not back home to be with your sister.
I literally had no idea what I was doing at that point in time.
Do you have a clear memory of what happened that night?
Yes,
Despite all of the adrenaline and excitement and being shot at and everything else?
yes,
Sure about that.
yes.
When you realized that Tyler was not fully in the car, but was sort of in and out of the vehicle, I don't want to characterize your words, but at some point you realize he's not in the car, right?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
You could not see if Tyler was pointing a gun at that point.
I know he definitely did not point a gun in the car.
But again, can you tell us how you know that while you're being shot at, as you're driving away, as you're ducking down? You've testified to the jury you were ducking down. How can you see what's happening behind you?
You said that we didn't start getting shot until he already pointed the gun. I'm letting you know that he did not point a gun past my head to aim at Travis in the street, because that's what Travis was. I did not see Sebastian point a gun to aim at Travis. For me, we got shot after, is what you're saying, that he's seen guns were pointed. I'm telling you that I didn't see any guns pointed.
You're assuming that.
I'm not assuming.
Let me finish my question. You're assuming that, based on your answer, that Tyler was pointing the gun straight through the windshield in order for you to see it.
I'm telling you that that's not what I've seen. Like, there's no way that I could have missed that.
But we already know that the door wasn't closed. He wasn't pointing it through the windshield. We know that he was out of the car. He was pointing it this way.
Sustained. Sustained.
Did you see Tyler Robinson
No, I did not.
Oh,
Sorry.
point the gun while he was hanging out halfway in and halfway out of the car, or had fallen out of the car? Could you have seen, or did you see him pointing the gun at Mr. Rudolph?
No.
And isn't it true that you would not have been able to, because he was not in the vehicle? He was not pointing it through the windshield.
I assumed he got out of the car when the shooting began. So, by definition, what you're saying, it really doesn't make sense for me not to see it. Because you're saying if it happened when he was out the car, but he got out the car.
so what they're saying is that man was hanging halfway out the car trying to shoot, and that's why he got shot in the hip. Because they was and the other dude was standing up on the driver's side, like y'all know how like you would be kind of like a drive-by style, or if you seen like those old 1990 drive-by old, like what's some movie like Colors or something, or Menace to Society. I don't nigga, you know what I'm saying? You sitting in the window shooting back. That's why they saying he got shot. And then the other dude, he trying to hang out the window, and that's probably why he got shot in his hip. The other dudes, they was ducking. They saying if he wasn't standing up trying to point the gun at the dude, not pulling the trigger, his ass wouldn't have got shot. That's what they're saying.
The car after shooting started, then I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
All right. Isn't it true that to this very day, the police have never checked if the gun that you owned at the time of the shooting, that Glock 9mm, is in fact the very gun that is currently in your possession?
No, but they can.
That's not my question. My question.
No, I answer no.
They've never done that, right?
No.
So there's no way that law enforcement knows definitively whether the Glock you possess today is in fact the same Glock that you possessed back then, right?
No.
Isn't it a fact that before law enforcement got to the location of 40th and Broadway, that you and Chris Lowe removed a gun from Sebastian's hand?
No.
Can you saw Sebastian, obviously, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember his hand being in a position like this, where it appeared that he was pointing a gun?
No.
So you're telling us you never touched his hand, right?
Yes.
There would have been no reason for you to?
Yes.
And you're telling this jury that you never, or you and Chris Lowe, never removed a firearm from Sebastian's hand?
Yes, precisely.
I'm sorry, I can't see your eyes.
Yes.
Oh shit, y'all. This is a trick question. If they can prove that there was a firearm removed from that man's hand, boy, they setting it up. They setting it up. I'm telling y'all, they setting it up. I'm telling y'all, they setting it up, y'all. I'm telling you, I believe they're setting this up.
Okay. You didn't toss a gun?
No.
You didn't toss your own gun?
No.
You didn't. Chris Lowe didn't toss a gun?
No.
Nobody tossed a gun except for Tyler, right? The
No.
one that was found by police.
Yes.
We got about 20 more minutes, y'all. We got about 20 more minutes. If
Just
y'all
wanna go
can
back
hang
to
in there
something,
about
make sure
20
it's
more
clear.
minutes, we good.
At the time, isn't it true that at the time that Tyler Robinson was pointing a gun, when
He was never. He was.
Sustained. You're going to have to rephrase that question.
from where Tyler Robinson was in the car, could you see him pointing a gun?
Yes.
So you did see him point a gun?
No.
You would have been able to see. That's your testimony.
Yes.
And that's true even if he was outside of the vehicle, correct?
I'm not sure.
So if he was outside of the vehicle,
He done
it's
found
possible
something.
you
He
would
done
not be
heard
able to
something.
see him pointing the gun at Mr. Rudolph and his brother, right?
Yes.
And the same is true if he was halfway in and halfway out of the vehicle.
It was my understanding that you said that Travis didn't begin shooting until after. So I'm unsure on what you're trying to say.
So if Mr.
He done
Robinson
heard something,
is
y'all.
halfway in, halfway out, falling out of the vehicle, isn't it true that there was no way that you could have seen him pointing the gun at Mr. Rudolph and his brother?
Are you saying after we were getting shot?
I'm asking at the point where he's hanging in and out of the vehicle, okay? You're focused on driving, speeding away, you're ducking down. Isn't it a fact that you could not have seen Mr. Robinson pointing his gun?
While we're being shot?
My question is, at the point that he's in and out of the vehicle,
Yes.
you could not see that.
Yes.
You could not see that
Yes.
before the shooting started.
But you said he didn't start shooting until after.
You could not know. You could not see Tyler Robinson pointing his gun while he was out of the vehicle or halfway in and out of the vehicle before the shooting started.
You said Travis didn't start shooting at us until we got in the vehicle.
After the guns were pointed. After
There were no guns being pointed.
I know that's your testimony.
Yes, ma'am.
You would agree that it would have been impossible for you to see that Tyler Robinson, while he was halfway in and out of the car, or after he jumped out of the car, according to you, before any shots were fired by Mr. Rudolph.
What's the objection? All right, it is. All right, so rephrase the question, please. Sustained.
Isn't it true that when Tyler Robinson, according to you, jumped out of the car, okay, before Mr. Rudolph fired a single shot, hold on, that it would have been impossible for you to see Tyler pointing a gun at Mr. Rudolph and his brother?
Tyler did not get out the car before shots were fired.
Mr. Rudolph didn't fire a single shot until Tyler and Sebastian pointed guns at him. Isn't that a fact?
They did not point guns at him.
So your testimony is that neither one of them pointed a gun,
Yes.
even though it's impossible for you to see what Mr. Robinson was doing while he was outside of the car
That would have been after being shot.
before.
But you said that Travis.
So he trying to say that the dude didn't jump out of the car until he started shooting. Why would, if you start shooting, nigga, I'm not jumping out the car. Now, if you driving so goddamn fast that goddamn I fall out the car, I get you, but
Travis didn't start shooting until we.
Before.
what?
But you just said that he didn't start shooting until we were all in the car.
My question is, you weren't all in the car, right? You've
That's what
already
you
said that.
We were in the
Yeah,
car.
that wouldn't make
So
no
Tyler
sense.
Robinson was in the car as well? In the car, door closed, you were all in the car?
We were all in the car, and then he got out after shooting started.
The door never closed. He never made it in the car.
Same.
Isn't it a fact that he never made it fully in the car?
It's not a fact.
You don't know because you were ducked down. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure at what point I started ducking in relation to when he got out the car.
You just testified a moment ago that Tyler didn't fully ever get into the car. You remember that?
I'm unsure.
Those were your words. Tyler didn't fully get into the car.
I'm not sure.
You don't remember just testifying to that a moment ago?
I remember saying that I'm not sure if he got fully in or not, but I'm not sure.
So if Tyler never fully got in the car, it would have been impossible for you to see him point his gun at Mr. Rudolph and DJ. Isn't that true?
It just depends on which side he's on, because you can only be halfway in and halfway out. He's right-handed. He's not going to point a gun with his left hand. So
What side was he on?
my left, behind me.
So he was behind you.
Yes.
God damn, you know what handed
And
this
your
nigga?
position
Hold
is
on.
that you
Hold
he's
on,
not fully in the car. He's
hold up. You know a little bit too much about your homeboy. This nigga just saying that because he right-handed. What the fuck? What that mean? Hold up. You ain't just gonna slide by that real quick. I ain't never. He right-handed. So you know what? No, boy.
Fully in or not, but I'm not sure.
So if Tyler never fully got in the car, it would have been impossible for you to see him point his gun at Mr. Rudolph and DJ. Isn't that true?
It just depends on which side he's on, because you can only be halfway in and halfway out. He's right-handed. He's not going to point a gun with his left hand. So
What side was he on?
left, behind me.
So he was behind you.
Yes.
Okay. And your position is that you
What? So he's behind you and you saying you can see. So you're driving, you're ducking down. You can't deny that he's hanging out the window because this is why he got shot in the hip. You're saying that you can see him behind you hanging out the window. And you know, and he already got a gun. We already know he got a gun. That's already established. And you're saying for sure he wasn't pointing no gun at this man. Nigga, that's the whole reason the nigga fell out of the motherfucking car. That nigga thought he was Tupac, but he ain't busting that shot. I don't even think these niggas knew how to shoot a gun.
he's not fully in the car. He's on the street, and
I'm not sure.
you could not see him pointing his gun.
I did not see him point a gun.
Boy. Oh shit, yeah. You know you done fucked up, right? Look at him. He can't stay still. Now he gotta kiss his little PT Cruiser chain. Lord have mercy. Boy, look at him. But they got a special place in the chain game for you, sir.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Got some fresh meat, boys. Fresh meat, boys.
You've testified now that Tyler Robinson was directly behind you. Is that correct? Okay. Can you explain to this jury, please, how you couldn't see Tyler Robinson pointing a gun when he's behind you and, according to you, not fully in the vehicle? How can you see behind your head what's going on? Explain to the jury, please.
I'm just saying personally that I did not see him point a gun forward past me.
So you don't know if he did then?
I know that I didn't see him point a gun.
So it's possible he did. You don't have eyes in the back of your head, correct?
I'm not sure. It depends. Like I said, it depends on what side he's on. Like, he's not left-handed. So if he's on my right side and he's halfway in and halfway out, he's not out the car pointing a gun with his left hand. He would have to point it past me, and I'm telling you, I did not see it.
That's not my question. My question is, you don't have eyes in the back of your head, right?
No.
He's behind you, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
According to you, he didn't fully get in the vehicle, so that's either he's partially out, all out, but he didn't get fully in the vehicle, right? Those were your words.
I said I was unsure if he got in fully. I just know for a fact that as soon as shooting started, that's when he left the vehicle.
And before the shooting started, you can't tell this jury or explain to this jury how it is that you can tell them now that Tyler did not point a gun from that position before the shooting started when you weren't in a position to see it because you were looking straight ahead. Explain to the jury that, please.
I was in a position to see if he pointed a gun past me in the direction. So I'm confused on how any other way he could point it.
Well, that's assuming that you're looking in that direction. What if your head was turned this way? What if your head was looking straight ahead?
You just told me I was.
Sustained, it is.
Explain to the jury how you can see something that's happening behind you when somebody's not in the car. You can't tell them for sure he's gun or not. Isn't that true?
I can tell them for sure that he did not point a gun past me to aim at Travis.
Assuming again that you're looking in that direction.
Nah, he playing the word game.
Right?
See, you hear him. He won't repeat after her. He say, pass me. See, when he throw pass me in there, that means he's not lying. He won't just say yes or no. He repeats the question and he adds a word to it. So when you add something to it, you could be telling the truth again, but you added something to what the person just said. This is how a lot of these narcissists work. When they don't want to admit a lie, they'll repeat what it is you asked them, but they'll throw in the word to make what they're saying is true. So technically, they're not lying to you. This is how they, I didn't lie to you.
It was turned this way. What if your head was looking straight ahead?
You just told me I was.
Sustained, it is.
Explain to the jury how you can see something that's happening behind you when somebody's not fully in the car. You can't tell them for sure whether he was pointing his gun or not. Isn't that true?
I can tell them for sure that he did not point a gun past me to aim at Travis.
Assuming
He did not point a gun past me to aim at Travis. That ain't what the fuck she said.
again that you're looking in that direction. Right?
It has.
I said that. I'm not going to get second. I have nothing else. Thank
All
you.
right, very well. I'm assuming there'll be some redirect examination, right? Have you any, briefly? Describe briefly for me, if you will. Okay, very well. We'll take care of that. All right, thank you.
Yes.
Let's go back to the beginning of this and just reiterate some stuff and to clarify some stuff for the members of the jury here.
Of course.
When did this defendant start shooting at you guys?
He started shooting at us after we got in the car, attempting to leave.
So, to be clear, this defendant started shooting at you guys as you guys were leaving in your car, driving away.
Yes.
Is that when the shooting started?
Yes.
Did you ever see anyone with a gun?
No.
Did you know that Tyler had taken a gun over there that night?
No.
Did you see Tyler point that gun at anyone during the fight?
No.
What kind of fight was this?
It was just an altercation with many different people at one time.
Was it a fist fight?
Yes.
Did anybody pull out a knife?
No.
Did anybody pull out a...
Sorry, what's the objection? True, sustained.
Did anyone pull out any sort of weapon?
There were no weapons.
Defense counsel asked you the seating positions, and I just want to make sure that we're clear on this. On your way over to the defendant's house, Tyler was sitting in the front seat next to you. Is that correct?
Yes.
And when you guys were leaving the defendant's house, Sebastian was in the front seat next to you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Defense counsel also asked you or intimated that this was some sort of sneak attack, and that's why you parked a block away from the defendant's house. Is that what it was?
Yes,
No,
duh, yeah.
You can't sneak up on someone at their front door. Like, I don't.
You
If
can't
were trying to
deny.
sneak up on
Did this nigga just try to deny you parking 2 blocks down and putting all your shit in the motherfucking trunk? Wow.
this defendant and his family, would you guys have knocked on the door?
No.
And if you took the statement, and I apologize, members of the jury again, shoot his shit up, literally. When you arrived at the defendant's house, wouldn't you just have started shooting?
Yes.
Would it have been necessary for you to,
Sustained.
would you have knocked on his door?
Sustained.
Did you knock on his door?
Yes.
Did you shoot his shit up, literally?
No. If I took it literally, there would be no fight. There would be no knocking. There would be no talking. It would have just been literally that.
If you had taken it literally.
Yes.
So why did you bring the gun?
I would have arrived at his house and started shooting and left.
And I don't want to belabor this, but I want to reiterate this. Did anyone ever pull out a gun during this fight?
No.
Did you have a gun on you?
No.
Did Sebastian pull out a gun at any point in time?
Never. No.
When you were driving away, did Sebastian have a gun?
No.
When you were driving away, did you see Chris with a gun?
No.
As you were driving away, did you know Tyler had taken a gun over there?
No.
Did you see Tyler with a gun when the fist fight was going on?
No.
When this defendant went in his house, remember that video we watched?
Yes.
Was his mom still standing out there with you guys?
Yes.
And she was standing right there with you, wasn't she?
Yes.
Was his brother still out there?
Yes.
Did you or any of your brothers or friends ever drag this defendant's brother, Daryl, down the street?
No.
Did you ever have, I know at some point this was a fist fight, and so at some point it was you guys fighting each other. During any of this fighting, did you ever fight with Daryl?
No.
Did you see who fought with Daryl?
No.
Can you tell the jury who was it that fought with Daryl out of the four of you?
I'm not sure.
Did you consider Sebastian? I mean, you call him a brother.
Nah, this
You know
is
it's a professional school,
the
is that right?
Yes.
this is the prosecutor, but he's their witness. So of course she's trying to, give him some, layups. She's trying to give him some softball questions and everything. This is almost over. She's just doing a counter towards what the defense just did to him. Cause y'all seen how the defense just shredded him to shreds. So she's just trying to get some kind of, rebuttal. Well, the defense said this. Did you do this? Did you do that? Man, we already heard this shit, man. We heard the man say, go shoot that man shit up. And ain't shit this man could tell us. That, yeah, he didn't take it literally, but you went over there. We just think that you was a bitch ass nigga. You wouldn't have busted a grape in Welch's backyard. Or in the food fight. I don't know, which fruit fight. So you just went over there really capping. Good thing you was a bitch ass nigga, cause a good dude could have lost his life, but you definitely went over there, on some bullshit.
Were you intentionally trying not to get Sebastian to a hospital?
I really want to make it clear that Sebastian is really like one of the closest people to me in my life. There is no way possible. This is a person who is deeply ingrained
Man, nobody want to hear all that shit, bitch. Was you not trying to get to that hospital?
into my life. Like I speak to him, I spoke to him every day. Even today, I wake up, there's a picture of Sebastian in my room. Like this is a person who I considered to be, I'm the closest with him.
It is a narrative.
So-
Simple answer, sustained.
Heard.
It's one of these Kwame niggas, boy. These niggas go off in a whole fantasy about, nigga, just answer the question.
Driven past 2 hospitals
No,
in order to dump a gun,
no,
and Sebastian just dies.
no.
Now we saw the pictures of that car. Were those windows on that car tinted?
I believe so, yes.
And when you heard the gunshots, when you heard this defendant firing all those shots, did you hear several darts? Were they just ripping one after one after one after one after one after one after
They
one?
just kept going.
And at some point during all this gunfire, Sebastian had a gun. He's your friend, right?
He would,
Do you think he would have fired back at him?
yes.
At least
Hell
one time?
nah.
There would have been shots fired back, yes.
Man, y'all niggas wouldn't have bust a bottle in the empty parking lot, man. Y'all niggas wasn't about that life. Y'all had guns, y'all just wasn't about that life.
Lastly, well, a question before that. The phone that we collected in this case, when you were asked to give us your phone, did you consent to us getting your phone?
Yes.
Did we have to get a search warrant to get your phone?
No.
And did you delete any text messages out of your phone?
No.
So once you arrived at that location where the car became inoperable, did you say, oh, you know what? Let me get rid of these doggone text messages. I mean, I need to get rid of this stuff.
No.
And sitting here today, Keyshawn, do you own the fact that in retrospect, it would have been prudent? The best thing for you to have done would have been to call the police after you learned what this defendant did to your sister.
Yes.
And do you regret not doing that?
Yes.
There's nothing further.
All right, any reason why Mr. Jones can't be go on about his day? Thank you. All right, you may step down, Mr. Jones. Stay safe. Let me talk to the lawyers real quickly, and then we'll take a break, folks. Just need to
We
figure
gotta
out
see how
long.
he walk, y'all. Nah, you ain't gonna be able to walk the yard. Y'all think he gonna be able to walk the yard? Check him
let me
out, y'all.
talk to the
He ain't gonna be able to walk the
real
yard.
quickly, and then we'll take a break, folks. I just need to figure out how long a break.
Nah, bro. You can't go to prison, bro. Yeah.
Go on about his day.
You ain't gonna be able to go to prison.
Thank you.
home,
All right,
bro.
you may step down, Mr. Jones. Stay safe. Let me talk to the lawyers real quickly, and then we'll take a break, folks. I just need to figure out how long a break.
Boy, you in trouble. You in trouble. You in trouble. So y'all, tomorrow we'll get into the next one. We'll find out who's the next witness, who's the next defendant. I'll keep my ears to the street, and we'll come back with I believe there's the other guy that's supposed to be the other friend or whatever. So that'll be on we're on part 4 right now. So yeah, that'll be part 5. I'll set that for tomorrow evening or whatever. That way I'm in front of my computer. So we'll probably do a little bit of HVAC video tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate anybody who just came and rocked with me. But yeah, hit that like button, hit the share button. And to anybody who hit the Cash App, salute to you. Super Chat, salute to you. Y'all have a great night. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Salute Unity. I appreciate y'all for appreciating the content. And I'm gonna be out.
Money coming about 100 miles, you can look and tell I be having it. Ever since I jumped off the porch, I took an oath to go after it. Guacamole, that fettuccine. In the kitchen with the stove heat. Water running, money coming, I'm moving up to like Georgia Weezy. People believe it, I'm certified. Hustle hard from 9 to 9. I done took about 100 losses, but they came up by 1,000 times. This right here, that real shit. Mid time of this bill list. Them niggas that they love to hate, they motivate me to get.
I'm always 10 toes down from the winter to the summer. Head coach of my team, I'm like the trap Tony Dungy. My swag go ham, y'all swag so baloney. You looking for a fight, well bitch, I'm ready for a rumble. I'm one of the niggas, I am not the one that I'm humble. I'm known to let them cage rip, teach a nigga about that thunder. Hold up, little daddy, if you call me, you on my time. No need for discussion, I ain't rushing, let me serve mine. Already flying, like my whip done grew wings on it. Got that solid D like 3 NFL teams on me. Heater on me like the middle of December. Finna find a low number and G grind all winter. I'm cooking dinners and I ain't talking about soul food. And get your mans to holler, serve who, bitch, I don't know you. Street smart, you know I study these streets, but get real ignorant when I'm fucking over niggas' beats. We athletes, fuck around to get rolled over. Miami Heat to push a front line like a bulldozer. Yeah, nigga, respect me, call me Jennifer. Playing what you chillin', my heart like a igloo. My game Gensu, I going full of Carmen Diaz. Some big shit, homeboy like an elephant ass. Yeah, and I'm the gas in your auto. And I don't need luck, you rub the wood on the palo. You think about competing, make it hard for you to swallow my amigo like a pasta. You can get it when you're out. The lady up and yada by the way she bust it open. Got me feeling like the man. I leave that pussy smoke. A nigga coasting, pockets on cruise control. And GA 95 with a load of blow. I'm always 10 toes down from the winter to the summer. Head coach of my team, I'm like the trap Tony Dungy. My swag go ham, y'all swag so baloney. You looking for a fight, well bitch, I'm ready for a rumble. I'm one of the niggas, I am not the one that I'm humble. I'm known to let them cage rip, teach a nigga about that thunder. Hold up, little daddy, if you call me, you on my time. No need for discussion, I ain't rushing.